So, last session, after thoroughly investigating the Chainless Lab, it was discovered that there was a scientist named Venon Gray who was doing experiments previous to these experiments of converting people or animals or monsters into what they were calling super soldiers in an attempt to combat whatever the next Titan attack might be in the future. And the whole Chainless purpose behind the drive behind their organization is finding ways to prepare for the next apocalypse, essentially. And while that may be a noble goal, obviously they're doing so in a way that's harming others, which not everybody agrees with. There were 5 individuals that this Venom Gray did convert. I don't know if Alex can hear me. Okay. There was the Leonin Zexus Red Chain. You remembered that that's the same last name as Saigar Red Chain, who you helped during the caravan escapade at the beginning. So same last name, at least. There's an elf named Jinyan Zenobia, another elf named Vito Zenobia, a human Veneros Reingard. That's the leader of Ilisnarian. He's also considered kind of the leader of this entire valley because he's the king of the largest city in the area. People kind of look to him. And then a gnome named Jupiter Keepdown. So those are the 5 individuals that were converted, basically, at some point in history. And then Venom Gray went missing, and the Chainless have been looking for him ever since, because it's not listed who, but one of his experiments went wild and tried to kill him, and that's why he fled, supposedly. And what the Chainless are looking for are individuals who show promise in the realm of extreme heroism and will of mind, and are to be treated as special, which is why you guys were designated as special ones, that perhaps you could be converted into super soldiers. And that's why they've been trying to gather people, and the ones that are not successful die and are wrapped up and flushed down the toilet that is the sewers, basically. You discovered the 2 other Chainless Base locations. We kind of already mentioned that, Radalath Isles and Genesis Caldera. You decided to save the hill giant that was within the cage within the lab, because he was really banged up and hurt. And so you healed him and then gave him one of the serums as well. Going through the secret door, you went up the stairs, found an elevator, which almost broke on the way up. Kind of did break, but you made it up safely anyways. Camped at the top of this plateau-like cave entrance that looks out over the forest. Saw a couple things during your watches. There was a vision had by Xander during his dreams, which he then awoke the next morning and told everybody he wanted to go back and check on the hill giant within the lab. And that was last session. So let's go ahead and grab the correct.
And we all took a took a nap.
Correct. Everybody decided to take the serum so as not to continue the process.
I reduced my hit points. I'm back to low hit points.
Normal.
Back to
Assuming
normal.
your character would also take the...
I would have definitely taken it.
Okay, cool. But normal hit points.
Actually, let's
level
try
of exhaustion.
something else here. So, waking up the next morning, so I believe we left off as you guys were finishing your long rest. The morning sun coming up over the peaks of Epoch's chain, flooding in to this cave area that you're in. There's no smell of freshly cooked bacon, but there are whatever rations you have with you, should you choose to want to have some breakfast. But everybody has a chance to kind of stretch, and I believe the conversation was between Xander and Razir about wanting to head back down to the lab. That is, you find yourselves looking out over the kind of misty covered forest floor down below, about maybe 200 feet or so. I think it was maybe a little more than that, but a couple hundred feet below you. There's still a very small trail of smoke that's like many hundreds of feet off, down in the direction of where this precarious mountain ledge situation kind of descends downwards to. You can't make out through the trees what's causing this small tendril of smoke to rise up, but elevator is behind you with the still one broken link in the chain that holds it aloft, and that is your means of descent down back into the lab should you choose to. So what do you want to do?
Being in a new location, I don't have my notes file with me. I need to send that to myself. I forgot to do it. Can you briefly remind me of the contents of the dream, if you remember it? Just like
Sure.
super snappy.
You were a child. There were your parents talking to you. You were in a hut house type thing made of wood. You were doing some farming, collecting of berries with your mother, and then you had like heard a sound or a song off in the distance, ran off, and then it cut to you being sang to by something or someone that was kind of with like curled horns and like red leathery wings that was kind of wrapped around you and singing a song to you. And then you were with your party across the clearing with this tower where you're seeing this smaller hill giant being kind of charmed by whatever this is. Two giant statues and like a wrought iron fence around this tower, but they're kind of like up on like a balcony type situation
Right.
in front of the tower.
Yes.
And then you woke up.
Okay. Yep. I remember that. All right. Great. Yeah. Definitely should go down into to check on this hill giant guy. See if he actually even made it through the night. We don't even know.
Right. I don't know about that chain there though. It's barely held on our trip up here. We're gonna go down one by one or something and hope it holds. Are we all going down?
I mean, not everybody needs to go down. If nobody else really cares, and I can just go down with one other person, or I can go myself or whatever, and we'll figure it out.
I look to the others to see if they have any input.
I don't need to go. If it is something you want to do, I'm okay with that. I will wait here, but I do say be careful if you're going to go down there.
Rel, who's still laying down, just grunts and waves her hand.
Okay. Yep. So then, definitely going down.
Okay. I think Louise would probably want to go with you.
Yeah.
Is Rozier staying up top?
No, I'll go. I'll go down.
Okay.
While they're going down there, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
It says Duke.
So do you guys all load up into the elevator and flip the lever? and
How long was the ride?
About 80 feet.
Oh, okay. So not too long. So no problem with us going one at a time then.
Do you
Wouldn't
guys
make it
have,
take too
Just take
long.
a few minutes. Yeah.
do you guys have
Yeah.
rope in your adventure packs?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an adventure
Rope
pack.
isn't good. Rope's not going to hold this big metal cage.
No, don't use it on the cage. Use it to descend like a normal person. Like, forget the cage.
I guess we could do that. Is there a spot somewhere nearby to anchor a rope on?
There was the one rock off to the left-hand side that Thrall... No, that's not true. It's all flat up here, and no, there's no rocks except for the one way off to the right near the descent downwards. So that's probably about 35 feet from the edge that leads down.
Tie it to the link above the broken
Above
chain.
the broken one, yeah.
There you go. There's the spot, and you can just drape it around the cage, and then you can use that to descend without putting stress on the broken link. thus causing your deaths.
Then we got
Only if you have 2 segments of rope, though, because they're only 50 feet.
I mean, it did hold all of you in it all the way up here.
Once.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
It's-
we it only broke because we had a bear and we exceeded the weight limit.
80 feet, it's probably like maybe 3 minutes down, 3 minutes back up kind of thing.
Safety first. This is an OSHA compliant mine. It's not.
Oh, it's not.
Not even a little.
I think the elevator's fine.
Okay. So, one by one.
Only one or two of us are going at a time.
So, roughly 20 minutes later, all 3 of you find yourselves down at the bottom.
Okay.
If you're going one by one. You descend the staircase back down into the lab. The door doesn't auto close, and you didn't just say whether or not you closed it behind you. So it's there. There's from this side, there is no illusory wall. It's slightly ajar. You're able to go inside, and there is still the hill giant laying in the cage, snoring at this point. Looks cured enough to probably be able to be woken up, and the fur, it's not like hasn't been disturbed at all. So you know that the fur on yourself kind of like shed, and you kind of moved, and it was just like coming off in clumps and everything. This figure is not moved at all, so it's still there, but probably the same scenario you found yourself in. I don't remember if you left it open or not, but it's
Left it.
closed and locked.
I'm almost positive.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you left it open
Let me look. Do, 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 do.
because you had no intention of coming back down here originally.
I had my attention.
Okay. Oh, I see.
I hadn't read it down.
My music wasn't working. I was wondering why. I refreshed it, and then Foundry is like, because you have the window minimized, Foundry features might not work. Whatever, man.
Oh, that's weird.
All right.
So whenever you minimize, there's no music.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
So, do we just poke him? And I'll summon my mage hand? Or is there like a different way of going about this?
I don't know. Your vision's what we're following. Your dream or whatever.
All right. Yeah, we're just gonna poke him a little bit and see how deep that slumber is.
So
And I'll go and poke him with the mage hand.
the mage hand kind of floats through the bars and goes over and kind of taps on the giant's side, and some of the fur just comes off with the poking. It's just kind of coming off in fluffs. There's a bit of rustling, and the eyes like slowly open and kind of move over and snap onto you, Xander, on the outside of the cage. And the figure doesn't really move. You hear some like grunting from like bellowing within its chest, and then it slowly like rights itself into a sitting position. If this person was standing up, they'd probably be small for a hill giant, actually probably only about 15 feet tall if they were fully standing up. So even in the sitting position is a bit taller than you are.
Okay.
Like giant head, bald, just torn, shredded rags. One of the arms, you can clearly see the remains of stitches on the left-hand side of where an arm was like reattached, and kind of like looks over and moves the arm. What is this?
Oh, this is great. Hello. My name is Xander. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Mm, uh, Nimrus.
Nimrus. It's nice to meet you. Um, so you and I were in similar situations, except you're caged and I wasn't. But I looked just like you about 8 hours ago.
You
Um,
were. He like grabs onto the cage and like rattles it a little bit. You were Hill Giant.
no. What do you remember?
Um, Bits and pieces, and this is all in common, by the way, which Razir doesn't catch you off guard, but it's like, huh, that's interesting, kind of thing. Um, and also not the normal, super dull, four-word sentences that you'd expect from a hill giant. So this is a little different than probably what you were expecting. Remember bits and pieces being knocked unconscious, dragged down, so much water, being cut open. Their sedatives were not strong enough. They hadn't dealt with someone my size before. I was out with my hunting party. I don't know where they are. Do you know where my family is? Have you seen them?
I can't say I have. Um, but
Oh,
that's something that I wanted to talk to you about.
I
Are
need to get out of here. And he like grabs onto the door. And again, I thought it was open, but if you say it's closed and locked, he's like rattling it. Like I need to get out of here.
oh,
I need.
if I let you out, can we just have a quick conversation and then you can go on doing whatever you got to do?
Well, you're the one who saved me from these ones. Looking about at the bodies strewn about the lab.
Okay. It'll be like 5 minutes. Not nothing crazy. Let's go let him out. I'll
Four
say to
minutes.
consider it done. Um, and I'll go and open the door. We have the keys
Yeah,
with
Razir has
him.
the keys for everything. Yeah.
We'll go and open the door.
She like stoops down as the door opens to the side, and like stoops out and like stands up because the ceiling's like 20 feet or more in here. So he's like standing
Oh
up at
my
full height,
God.
like 15 feet high, like just looking down at you. Just kind of like stretching his legs. You see that there's like a giant section of his leg that's just missing, which you hadn't seen from the position he was like curled up in. It's like barely like holding his weight, and he like looks down at it and kind of like slaps the muscle, like trying to get it to work properly before sitting down on one of the altars. All right, talk.
All right. So I don't know much about you. I have a question. Um, so you said you have a family. Is your family your hunting party, or do you actually have like a wife, a son,
All,
anything like that?
all are trained to be hunters. I.
Okay.
Why do you
So,
want to know about my family?
well, I have very strange dreams sometimes that sometimes lead me in strange directions. So I'm just trying to get a gauge on if you know, has the Chainless been active with Hill Giants? I mean, I know like this, maybe this particular group has never dealt with you and your size before, but have you heard of the Chainless taking Hill Giants before?
Chainless are evil, and like looks down towards like Razir, just kind of gives a weird quizzical look like of confusion, and then back to Xander. We keep to ourselves. I have not had many dealings with them, and those that I have, we've dealt with them. They don't come near us, and they don't die. We keep our distance from many civilizations.
And you're a nomadic kind?
We've had to be in recent years.
Okay. Um, all right. So in your traveling, have you ever seen or do you remember a place that's kind of got like iron fence bars and what was it? A statue
There's
in the
two
center?
giant statues in front
Yeah.
of this like broken like mage tower kind of thing out in the middle
Yeah,
of the woods.
and like, have you ever seen like a broken mage tower with these two giant statues in front, like iron fence bars? Have you ever seen that in your travels? Is that ring a bell?
There's one that matches that description farther to the northwest of our camp.
And I don't mean to overstep any bounds. We really do have the best intentions in mind. Do you mind telling me where your camp is so I know where northwest of that is, or do you not really know where that is spatially?
You in search of refuge? Needing help?
No, not necessarily. I think someone might need our help.
You are a puny, crazy wizard man, and you help others, and you have other strange dead man with you.
Well, I certainly try my best. I mean, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to come along. But I mean, I know you want to get back to your family, so
He like
I'm
looks over towards the illusory. Well, actually, no, because the door is illusory and he doesn't see that. Actually, he sees an open door that's like sticking out of the wall.
The
like,
door
looks,
sticking out of a wall.
looks
Yeah, it's just
over
sticking out
at
of the
that
wall.
and kind of squints his eyes, like looks over his shoulder back towards the main entrance, and then kind of does like squints and does one of these. And looks over towards the exit where it goes to the river and the waterfall and all that. Looks
I
like
think that'll be your way out of here.
my only way of getting out of here. Yeah.
You said you mentioned remembering water, so that's probably how they brought you in as well. And downstream ain't where you want to go.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'll clamber my way out of here. I don't. I mean, you've helped me. It seems, and I'm grateful for your assistance. I don't have any money. I don't have any means of repaying you, except for with my word that in case of need, if you need my help, I will be there to aid you. But
and that's greatly appreciated.
if you are not exiting the same way that I am, then perhaps our paths will cross again in the future. I don't know.
You kin with the other giants in the South Hold? Is that where you're from?
He like long, hard stare at you. How do you know about the giants in the stronghold, South Holt?
Word gets around. I ain't heard much other than that there's sometimes some giants in there. That's all I've really heard.
There are no other giants within the valley that I am aware of.
Exactly.
Well, perhaps we'll have to pick up our camp and move if word has gotten around that that's where we're residing.
It's not the most common story told, but it's around. I doubt you and your folk will be able to go too many places without people hearing about it.
Well, we can't go back from where we came.
Where might that be?
Make a persuasion check.
No longer with advantage.
Shame, really.
Oh, we're getting into it. We're getting into it. Fantastic. Great rolls.
Far away, a place that's difficult to talk about. Dangerous.
Fair enough. What place isn't these days?
Oh,
But
that's
all right.
a truth if I've heard one before, but there are places more dangerous than this valley that most of you humanoid folk called home.
Right. Well, we'll keep it in mind, Nimrus, right? That if we run into your kind, we'll inquire about you, and if we need the help, we know where to look.
Okay. Whose sound is coming through the mic?
Mine?
Somebody's is. I don't know. just a little bit. Well, I'm going to start making my way out of this place.
Hey, Louis, you got any of them berries? Give the gentleman here.
Yeah, I could do that. Is that a spell he has to cast, like a spell slot?
Yeah, he probably first level spell he probably would have cast.
Does that give him 10?
Although he only has 3 spell slots.
Probably wants
He
to.
might have had. No, he used them all up. Yeah. Maybe not.
I don't know if any of you guys have like rations or anything on you. He's got a potion of healing, the potion of vitality. I don't know if anybody else wrote that
Have
down.
his spell slots because he just rested.
Yeah, but we're starting off the day, and he only has 3 as a.
I'll
Totally.
give him some berries. I'm not there. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, no, I don't. I do not. Oh, that's in my inventory. All right, I'll do that later. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if he would, or if he'd want to conserve it or not. So
Yeah, well, let's not worry about it. Right, and I don't know if you're hungry or what, but you shouldn't touch any of the stuff in here.
Okay.
Won't do well for you.
Yeah, even like the water, if you're going down that river, like it's all gross. If you touch it, you might get sick again, and you might turn into that thing again. It's not worth it. Like, you kind of feel good for a little bit, but I promise you, it is set out to kill you. So try and keep your hands to yourself in the boat at all times, and
the boat.
right there's a boat there. Or are you just going to go trudging through the water? I don't think that's very...
Waterfall.
I think he'll be heading upstream, so he'll probably be fine.
But don't touch
Water
the water.
looks water looks fine from here up.
Okay.
I think it's these bodies being thrown in that makes it less than ideal downstream.
Don't touch the bodies. Don't eat the food. Stay away
Till
from the
you're out.
water unless you have to.
Just not until you get above ground. Once you get above ground, then fair game. You're a hunter. You got this. I believe in you.
Are there any weapons? It's a dangerous world out there.
This ain't our place. Feel free to take whatever you can find in here.
Well, it's all
There's a couple of
small,
big old
human-
chains here and there, but
Okay. And there are quite a few chains, and he like takes a couple of them and like wraps them over his shoulder and gets himself all
That's tight.
like ready to go. Got some chains to like swing around and hit things with if he wants to. I won't forget what you've done for me here. Rescued me. My family will know your names. I don't know all your names. Just Xander, you said.
right. Name is Razir.
Louise introduces himself.
We got a group name. If you ever come looking for us around the parts of Beacon, we're the Raiders of Beacon. So if you need to get in touch with us, that's how.
Aren't raiders fairly prestigious individuals coming to rescue me?
We just picked up the job.
What brought
not
you
too
here
recently.
in the first place?
The rest of this stuff down here, we're coming to check it out. This is actually under Beacon, in case you didn't know where you were, or at least relatively.
Town to the west. Right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to leave, but last parting bit of advice is don't, if you can avoid it, do not make your way past Epoch's chain. There's much danger and blight to be found there, far more dangerous than you'll find within the valley itself.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind. It's been nice meeting you, and I wish you the best in your travels, and may our paths cross once again.
Very well. And he starts to make his way towards the waterfall. And you'd hear the sound of him like starting to clamber up it. It's not a tall waterfall, but he still has to like reach up and grab and pull himself up as the water's crashing over him, and he's got the chains on his arms, and it's almost like parts of him are falling off, even though they're not. It's just like a piece of his clothing rips off and flies down, and he's he's had a rough couple of days, and he's got two points of exhaustion on him right now, so he's not having a great time.
Right.
So
Okay.
All right. That good enough for you?
Yeah, I mean, at least we know that there's that wizard tower somewhere in the South Holt, I guess, because that's where he was.
Yeah.
I
Well, he said northwest where they're at, so maybe the North Holt.
Yeah, maybe. I guess we'll have to go through and figure that out. I don't know.
But hey, that confirms at least that your these dreams you're having are something. There's something to them at least.
Well, yeah, I know that. I mean, I've never really had a wrong one.
Ah,
Um,
sounds quite convenient.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's the worst gift you could ever receive. You ready to go upstairs?
If you say so. Yeah, let's get back.
And
Okay.
we'll head back.
Alrighty. So one by one, you make your way back up the elevator. The rest of your party, it's just the two.
Wasn't it
Others.
also a really long flight of stairs?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that actually. I think it was 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes down.
It's
Oh
just
man, that's the
trudging.
worst.
Yeah.
30 minutes down, 30 minutes back up. So you were, and then the 20 minutes down, 20 minutes back up. So you're good. And then the conversation, which wasn't that long, but you're almost 2 hours down and
Yeah.
back up. So it's about we'll call it 9 in the morning. Okay. So the two of you, Duke and Thrall, what were you doing for those 2 hours? Sitting there waiting, not talking to each other?
On Thrall, with their level of exhaustion, would still be just laying down, just conserving energy and also trying to regain it, but failing to do so.
I probably would have been meditating or something, trying to do the same thing.
Well, that's Jason.
Okay. Any conversation at all?
Too sleepy.
Come on, I want some Duke Thrall character development. You guys are going to sit for 2 hours and not talk to each other?
I do that every day. It's
If
awesome.
it was any two in this party that would sit for 2 hours and not
It would
talking,
be these two.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Like that scene 709, Tuvok were in the shuttle together and they haven't talked in 6 hours and they don't find that weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay. So Duke and Thrall resting, meditating, whatever it is you're doing. You see your friends one by one make their way up the elevator and come back to meet you at your small non-fire camp at this plateau looking out over the forest. Most of the mist has kind of burned off at this point, and the tendril of smoke at this point has mostly dissipated. So you have the path before you. You're gonna wait for Jason to come back?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Give him a minute.
I mean, yeah. I imagine we just start heading down somewhere, but wait for before anything crazy kicks off.
He lives. He returns.
His connection was starting to get weird.
He's getting
Oh.
there.
Laptop
Yeah.
died.
Oh,
One
laptop
second.
died.
Gotcha.
Ripperino. Forgot to plug it in.
Yeah.
That's the first time, not that you need this information, that I regret a decision I made.
regret having the.
I
Jump.
regret. No, I regret putting lore behind a persuasion check. You connect on his phone or something? Hmm. I mean, there isn't really anywhere else for you guys to go except for down, unless you're going to trek all the way back down through the Chainless Lab and all the way back through the sewers.
No.
So, I mean, there is only one way for you to go, unless you're going to try and rappel down the side of this cliff face. I'm assuming as you're moving forward, there's this maybe 5 foot wide in some places, but most of it is like 2 or 3 feet wide. And as far as like a descent of this like ledge that slowly descends downwards, and there's large sections of it that are just missing, whether just from erosion over time, but it's like pockmarked for some reason. Like maybe there was some kind of gunfight that took place from like down below to up top, and people were trying to take cover, and so it's like there's sections of the rock that look like they've been exploded, but like small sections, like there was maybe fire bolts or fireballs or lightning blast or something. There's like some kind of battle that took place here.
If you hit a rock with like a chisel and it gets that little piece knocked out kind of thing?
Yeah, something like that. Just like a small little pockmark, but there's a lot of them, and like some kind of like scatter shot of some kind happened in several places, and it's all different effects, like scorch marks, and it's all on the. So you're traveling down. The mountain is on your, or the cliff mountain is on your right hand side, and the fall off is to the left, and the forest is down below. It does look like on that large rock at the top of this descent, there was probably ropes tied off at one point. In fact, there is one that's coiled around it and like tied off, and a piece of rope that would be hanging down over the cliff looks like it was cut by something at some point. Like maybe somebody was trying to descend and somebody cut it. Who knows? But that's just that piece of rope has like been there for a long time. Clambering down, I'm not going to ask for. I don't have a skill challenge prepared for this or anything, but it is a long, arduous descent to ensure that you're not in any danger of falling
Taking
to
it
your death.
slow. No need to
Yeah.
be crazy.
Yeah,
So,
we're not in a rush.
like, if this was like perfect terrain that wasn't like partially covered in dust or like wet rain from previously that wouldn't be slippery, you could probably run down this in like maybe 40 minutes to get to the bottom. But this is like minimum of an hour and a half to like slow pace, picking your way down and not sliding off or catching your foot on something, and everybody's super careful. I will have a perception check from everybody though. As you get down towards the bottom of the forest floor, right as you're about to get down below the tops of the trees, this is like an hour and 20 minutes or so into your trek downwards. I will roll for Xander, I guess. And I mean, Louise is technically here as well. His perception is pretty nuts. Although, is this a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's a 9. I just wanted to see if I could get lower than what I got.
So,
Was
like,
it
20 minutes into our trek downwards, Thrall, who's, like, already out of breath because of exhaustion, it's just like, oh my god, how do you guys walk everywhere? This is awful.
Who's used to being on Gade? That's funny. Yeah.
I had to go out.
After Thrall says that, Duke looks behind him, imagining, because
Yeah.
behind, not in front. You just listen to your heart. The gods will guide you where you need to go, and have faith.
I can only hear my heart. Let's rather explode. Oh god. Why is it steep? It just keeps doing that.
All right, what did I miss?
Nothing. Just kind of making your way down the mountain. Precarious. Making your way. Steep in some points. I kind of mentioned the fact that there was some ballistic leftovers of some kind of battle of like perhaps there were people up at the top of the lip here at the descent that goes down the mountain, maybe firing down on people below, and they were firing up at some point. So on the right hand side as you're descending, you could see remnants of some kind of battle that took place here. But you make it down safely. I didn't have any rolls or anything for making it down. I did ask for a perception check as you're about 10 minutes from the bottom. This whole process was taking about an hour and a half. I don't remember what I said. Yeah, an hour and a half. I think Duke had the highest perception check.
Mine's a 9. The 23
Oh,
is
9. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so it's actually Xander who had the highest perception check then. Looks down into the forest, and there's a light breeze kind of playing through here, and some of the trees have like a lot of leaves on them, and they're kind of rustling and whatnot. But maybe like 200-300 feet away from you, there's I would call it a pile of bushes, a bunch of bushes that are like in the undergrowth that's here, and one of them just kind of like moves slightly, and then there's like as something moves off and away from you guys. You still have about 10 minutes of a descent downward, so you're not at the forest floor at this point, but you notice some rustling in the woods.
Like a bush moved.
No, something in the bushes moved.
Oh, okay. That's a little less concerning.
The woods aren't coming to kill us.
Yeah. And on a 19 though,
in the woods.
It was something medium-sized and brown. Kind of looked like a tree stump.
back to concerning.
Hey, maybe it is the woods coming to kill us.
Yeah. That was like, oh, okay.
Wait.
Turns out this forest is awakened.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I mean, there's some crazy stuff out
looks
there.
like a
who
tree
knows?
stump.
Entire storms.
Did you guys see that down there? At a point in the general area.
Probably see the remnants of some bushes having moved, but nothing else.
Something's moving down there.
But we should be on our guard anyway, because if you remember, Brazier, the last time, Thrill, the woods were not friendly to us when we were making our way towards Beacon.
What do you mean the woods were not friendly? Like the animals in the woods, or like the woods?
The woods in general, speaking in broad terms, and
the woods, like as a living being.
No, why would that be what I'm saying? That makes no sense. Like the woods as an ecosystem. You are ridiculous sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
woods
stay on
have you
our
been
guard.
in? I'm very confused.
No, let's just stay on our guard. There's definitely something a little bigger than like a small thing in there. So let's just stay on our guard. I don't know what's gonna come out of the woods.
Okay. So you guys eventually make your way down towards the bottom, the forest level.
As we're making this final descent, I'm going to pull out the sending stone.
Oh, crap.
Time to make a call in.
Crap. Yep. You beat me to it, and I actually didn't write it down and forgot. As you guys woke up, it would not have been at this point. It definitely would have been like 3.5, almost 4 hours ago. As you guys were waking up, who had the sending stone? Razier had it? You had it?
Yep.
Okay. So it would have been glowing at that point, and that would have been... I'm sorry. We're going to...
Glowing?
Jump back to that. It's glowing a very light red, kind of like pulsing a bit.
It's got a message.
Kind of hold it up and give it a little jingle.
Press 1 to play saved message.
Raiders of Beacon, check in status. Give a update on what's going on. Where are you? That's it.
You have that friend in the background who's like, ah!
Wow.
So yeah, I guess it would have been at
This would
that
have been
point.
before you went down into the lab.
Yeah, I would respond with, "We're all right. We cleared out the lab, and we'll be heading back to Beacon through the woods to the north."
That's it. Okay.
Job's done.
Job's done.
Job done.
Job done. There's no response because it's just a once and a once kind of thing. But yeah, so that was the communication. Thank you for thinking of that and reminding me, because I like thought to myself, don't forget the sending stone, and then I forget it. Okay, so
Back to the present.
yeah, back to the present. Getting down to the bottom, the underbrush is super thick. It does look like somewhat recently, anybody who's trained in survival, or even not necessarily, can see that somebody hacked their way through this. The bushes are like 4 feet tall, and they're thick around this descent. It's almost like it's not used often. There is no trail leading off from here, but you can tell where someone, like in a hurried pace, ran through and was like hacking at the bushes to get through it and into the forest. Probably like heading almost like in a direction towards where you'd be going anyways, towards Beacon. It's also in the direction of where that smoke tendril was.
Looks like we might be on the tail of them couple lab folk that got out. Cleared a path for us, at least.
So it's not super difficult terrain. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to say something smarmy.
Say it. I want to hear the smarmy comment.
Very good. I'm glad they're ahead of us then.
Smarmy.
Very smarmy.
Much smarter.
So it's not difficult. It is difficult terrain, but it's not hindering you necessarily. Like there's no like required checks or anything, but you're kind of pushing through branches. There's logs that have fallen over time. This is a forest that's been allowed to reclaim the area that's here. There's definitely signs of not necessarily woodland creatures, but there's like dead carcasses every so often. Like something's feasting here. It's like a deer that's just mostly eaten off to the right hand side about 5 or 10 minutes into your walk, and then a little ways later there's like a part of a squirrel that's been ripped in half that's hanging over one of the branches. It's about 15 feet up, and you're just kind of like that's interesting as you're passing through. Vines kind of coming down. It's not very jungly, but it definitely has a very thicker than you guys traverse through on your way. You came like partially not through the South Holt, but the southern portion of this forest on your way to Beacon to get there. You travel on for about maybe 15-20 minutes before you come across what was the remains of this, whatever this smoldering tendril of smoke was, and kind of picking through the underbrush and being careful not to be spotted and kind of keeping your eyes out for any dangers that might be around. You do see a clearing that was created recently by some kind of explosion. It was not a clearing that was naturally here. It was not where a campfire was set. It looks like something exploded in the middle of the forest, and there are the remains of 3 dead bodies, one of which is pinned up against a tree by some kind of large metallic black shiny spike that just through this body. It's hanging there limply kind of off to one side and almost like rent in half as the body's hanging on it. The spike is probably about 3 feet in length and looks like perfectly hewn onyx. It's disconcerting. The other remnants of the bodies are obliterated and are in pieces up against some of the other trees. The bushes have been singed and burnt. Part of the trees are blackened up to the tops of them, and that's the remaining smoldering bits are there just kind of lingering in this space. It's a crater, not a crater, but it's an explosion of probably about 20 or 30 feet wide.
Things explode a lot in this forest. This is like the third thing we found that blew up. What's going on in this place?
Well, that ain't good.
Is there anything about the bodies that we could determine like means that they're the chainless scientists that we found earlier, or that we saw?
Yeah,
Like,
can I check them for signs of life and injuries and stuff?
Well, they're definitely all dead. There's you don't need a medicine
yeah, they're
check to
dead,
know
but,
that they're all dead.
Not that they're dead, but I guess like types of injuries sustained, like how, like, was it an explosion? Was it something else? Like,
Yeah,
was
you
it
know-
something natural that fell from the sky? The obsidian
Uh,
spike is concerning. So
Like
Right.
a post-mortem.
It does make
autopsy.
I'll give you you can choose medicine, investigation, or perception on this roll.
I didn't actually. I meant to do medicine. I don't know.
Oh, sure you did.
I did. Hold
Okay.
on.
Well, what's your medicine modifier?
Plus
you're
5. So
because you're
perception.
okay. So it's still.
But I
7.
want to flex my new medicine ability because I'm, way of the mercy now. So I'm a doctor it up.
You know what?
Constantly.
Go ahead and roll again.
You.
Still disadvantage.
Oh, it's disadvantage because of his 11.
Sick.
Well, they're all dead. And I will say
Then you're
that
dead.
the scorch marks on the one that's pinned to the tree look like it was pinned like maybe 5 feet out of the blast radius, and the remnants of this explosion caused their body and their clothing to be scorched, like almost entirely black from whatever this was.
Is it possible to determine whether he was skewered before the explosion or after the explosion?
It does look like he was skewered before the explosion. So whatever
I
this
think
was,
this man, he died. Something stuck him to this tree before something else exploded. We should be careful.
Thrall, and maybe Razir. Maybe. There's some soot kind of up against one of the trees, and you guys each kind of go over and like, I would assume Thrall's the kind of person who would go over and kind of like wipe. Did you lose your audio, Eric?
No. What was that little jingle that I was hearing? Did anybody else hear that?
The cat
I
bell?
did, yes.
Ding-a-ling-ling.
No, it
No,
was like
it
a
was
little,
It was like a,
like a kid's toy was going off.
Oh,
and
it
it's
might
like
be
a jingle.
music box.
the washing machine makes a
Oh
little.
my
like,
God,
Oh,
the
that's
noise.
washing
right.
machine jingle.
Your washing machine does that.
Makes
That's
a little
right.
noise, and it's right over here. So,
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
Goofy thing.
It was going while you were
funny.
talking. I was like, "What is happening? I'm losing my mind."
So I'm imagining Thrall's the kind of person who would go over to the tree and like kind of wipe the black soot off of it and kind of like touch it to the tongue a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. That's where to
It's-
identify stuff.
Okay, it is definitely the
Taste.
remnants of a gunpowder explosion.
Oh, I know what that tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Razir
oh.
might recognize that too.
So, Thrall will go over there and give it a good sniff, like that seems familiar. Give it a little lick. Still out of breath. Be like, guys, this is definitely black powder. Whew. I'm gonna sit for a minute.
If it was, that's a lot of it. This was not a small thing that happened here.
Could it have been like a barrel?
Is there any any broken barrel parts laying around?
Make a investigation check.
Asking to the party. Just look
I
around.
will give you such great advantage because I'm helping you search for those. Actually, I should get it. Okay.
Too tired.
So it's just a straight roll, right? Because it was advantage and then disadvantage.
I'm gonna also be looking around. The person who doesn't have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
go ahead and.
You
I'm gonna
should
keep
help
my
me
eyes
look
out.
around.
On the woods to make sure nothing's sneaking up on us.
Okay. Make a perception check for me. Another one.
You should help me look
Well,
around.
We're gonna make checks for days. You guys. Oh boy.
I did not roll well. I'm slowly getting better with my rolls. over the course of the night. By the end of the night, nat
Guys,
20s only.
I'm gonna look around with disadvantage and a height
I'll help
DC.
Xander. I'm with Xander making these checks, looking around. So
Well,
advantage
Xander's helping Thrall investigate for barrel parts. So
I'm done
Oh,
helping
I
them.
wanna-
They're useless.
I want to see. No, this takes a few minutes to look
Not how
around
that
and
works.
find things.
The
I
helping.
want to see this Duke perception check right now.
Oh.
Ooh. So you were looking out into the forest to make sure that nothing's watching you. On a 19. Actually, this is with. Ooh. Interesting.
This is
Yeah.
about to get real funky.
beats it.
Well, if you only knew how hilarious that you roll with disadvantage. Anyways, you look out into the forest as everybody's kind of scrambling around and Thrall's on the ground, like licking the forest floor, and
I roll my eyes and look around.
I'm the
There's a-
strange one.
there's a bush that's kind of like moving, like just kind of like shaking a little bit, and then like maybe like 40 feet off from you, and then something large and brown kind of moves behind it, and there's two green eyes that it's not dark here, but these are like glowing green eyes that are looking at you through the underbrush, and the top of whatever this brown thing is flat. It's hard to explain. It has something attached to it, only because you barely catch a glimpse of this before the bushes and it moves off in a different direction away from you guys, and then you hear a twig snap up in the tree, and you like instinctively like look up above you, and there's something like looking down at you. It looks like a tree with eyes and arms, and it's like maybe 30 feet up, and
Without
it has
reacting too wildly, Duke just kind of says, "We are not." Oh, in Celestial, because Xander understands that we're not alone. Something is watching us. Some things are watching us.
I'll perk up and start looking around.
Okay. You look up, and at the like Duke, like without taking his eyes off of what it is, it moves off into the trees, and then seems to like disappear into one of the trees, and you hear the same sound like maybe 60 feet off in a different direction. There are things that are either tracking you or watching you that are moving about the forest, and they definitely look tree-like in appearance.
I've never seen anything like this.
You sure haven't.
Okay. I'll say in I can only choose two. I'm only gonna limit myself to two here. I'm gonna say in Dwarvish and then in Draconic. I'll say it in three. Celestial, Dwarvish, and Draconic. We need to leave.
I speak none of those. And
You
so
don't
just-
speak
Speak none of
Dwarvish?
those.
He's a dwarf that
No,
doesn't
we
speak
went over this.
Dwarvish.
Ever?
What?
That's a dying language. But I'll just look up and be like, what the heck are you guys saying?
Yeah. In three
Oh.
distinctly different languages, you just hear me
Yeah.
mutter a phrase, and you're like, "What in the world are you saying, dude? Speak
Yeah.
American."
I'm gonna go check out that spike that's pinned a man to a tree.
Okay. It's about 3 feet long. It's wider at its base, furthest away from where it pierced it, kind of like it's a spike. Thicker at the base and pointed at the.
I gotta pee
tip-
again. I've been drinking a lot of water. I'll be right back.
It was jabbed into this guy and pierced him to the tree, and it's holding him aloft. Kind of like it's hard to describe it as a javelin because it's not like a javelin at all, but it's only 3 feet long. But you can't imagine, like, was it fired out of something? Was like, you've never seen a projectile this big. But it clearly traveled and booped him into the tree. What's
Why does
interesting?
it
Pull it out.
raise?
What's interesting about it? I'll go ahead and make a strength check. And as you're doing that, what's interesting about it is that this guy is not at ground level. He's about 3 feet off the ground.
That is weird.
Somehow he was up 3 feet off the ground and then pierced into the
That is
tree.
pretty peculiar.
A 12.
Okay, that's not too bad. So you know, like reach up and like it's like really wedged in there, like something with extreme force punctured him and the tree, but you eventually wrench it free, and it comes free. It is undamaged. It does have old dead chainless scientist blood on it. Because you can tell, even though he's scorched. I know that Duke asked this question earlier, and I didn't actually quite answer him. But these are obviously the chainless members that were running away from you. But you have a 3-foot onyx spike. That
Onyx is quite a sought-after gemstone for some spell components.
in some worlds.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't recognize what this is, or what might have set off this explosion. But I got a feeling we might not want to stay here too much longer.
Oh, how big is the base of the spike at its widest point?
So
Diameter?
you guys are looking for a real description on this thing. It's not.
I was wondering, is it fat or is it like kind of thin so you can like get 2 hands
thin.
around it?
Yeah, you can get 2 hands around it.
Okay, that was my.
It's
real
also
question.
not a cone. It's not round. It's a pyramid, but it's however
like
you
an
would.
obelisk shape,
So correct, and it's
like
for
the Washington Monument shape.
4-sided. No, that doesn't make any. No, it does.
Does
That
it
doesn't make
look
sense.
like it would
It's
make
force-
a good short sword?
No.
You would be. This would be, unless you were to check it out, maybe a little closer. This would be an improvised weapon.
It's a stick.
It's a stick. It's a very heavy. It's very, very heavy stick, pointed stick, and it looks manufactured. Whatever craftsman made this, like, it doesn't look natural, like perfectly. Like you could actually like hold it up and you could see your reflection in it. That's how shiny the sides are. But it's small,
Good cut.
so like it's not. Yeah, it's very, very clean cut down
Weird.
to a needle point at the end. That was not broken off or harmed by you wrenching it free from the tree.
I'm gonna just have that in my backpack.
Will that fit in your backpack? Don't you have to like?
It'll
It's tied
be
to the
like
side,
sticking out.
whatever.
Yeah.
Are we we're doing weight? We're doing weight. Encumbrance is weight, correct?
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have been. Okay. Well, this
Yeah.
this 3-foot onyx spike is 75 pounds.
That's really heavy.
No.
Just now that I'm thinking about it again, Alex, we gave Duke a ring of protection,
Oh yeah.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
so
Which you totally attuned to and can
you
wear.
will you probably would have attuned to it over the course of the rest, but I forgot to mention it to you. So you have that.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. It's one of the only magic items you guys found down there, and it was given to Duke because he's always getting tapped.
So what's the actual weight of this thing that's not 75 pounds?
I mean, maybe 75 is too much.
It's not made of
I'm
lead.
literally making it up here.
Understand.
No, it's heavier than it looks like it should be. So what's fair on a 3-foot wide? Like the thickest part is maybe like
so it's
3 inches, maybe 3.5
Oh.
inches.
that's not going to be that
Okay.
heavy.
Okay,
So-
but understand that it's supposed to be heavier than it looks like it's supposed to be. So-
Whatever.
So,
Can I
like-
use it as a catapult or not?
Yeah, you totally could.
Isn't there a weight
No,
limit?
it's
to maximum?
way heavier than 5
There's no
pounds.
way. If I got up to like level 5 catapults, I could.
I thought it was a minimum of 5 pounds, a maximum of 5 pounds.
Yeah,
Huh?
1 to 5.
Hell of a
Right?
one.
Yeah,
Oh.
as you scale it, you get an increase of 5 pounds.
Gotcha. Then no, you could not use it as a catapult.
So
Yeah,
check
you
it
could
out.
definitely
So,
hold onto it and use it like a weapon, like a sword for sure. But it's or a rapier.
So imagine this is sort of like the same size as like a bench bar, for doing benches, and those things are iron
40
and
pounds.
10 pounds.
Oh,
No, the bar is 10 pounds. So this onyx thing, if it's heavier than normal, probably would weigh 20 to 30 pounds.
we'll call it
Because
25 pounds. Sure.
okay, yeah, onyx is lighter than iron, but this thing is heavy than normal. So just go like that.
I
There
said
you
it
go.
looks like onyx, so yeah.
Well, it's something. That's fair. It's shiny
25.
and magic. It's made of tungsten. It weighs 400,000
Oh.
pounds.
Yeah, that'd be way too heavy.
Collapses the planet we live on.
Excellent. It's forged from a dwarf star.
So you do
It's
know
just Uru metal.
probably I would say Thrall, maybe Duke from his studies, probably Xander from his studies, and Razir probably not at all, but would know that onyx in general as a material is a rarity throughout the valley. It's not found anywhere, pretty except for in the mines of an iron V.
I'll help Zir carry it if need be.
It's 25 pounds, so Razir can carry it. But
Good job,
Yeah.
Zir.
so
Okay.
Onyx
pack
pokey
that
stick.
and let's go.
okay. So it's not too much further back to Beacon. As you're traveling along, you're again kind of pushing through the underbrush. The one thing that does catch your attention as you're exiting this explosion site, there wasn't really anything recoverable on the bodies if anybody wanted to look through them. There wasn't going to be any money left over. It was obvious these were the chainless scientists that were fleeing. They didn't grab anything on their way out. They were just trying to flee for their lives. And you can't really make out in which direction they were heading, although it is kind of in the direction of Beacon. Who knows? There is a set of footprints, as though there was a fourth that escaped. Not cutting the underbrush. It eventually veers off in a eastern direction, and you guys are looking to head like southeast, back towards Beacon. So you can either pursue the footprints further into the forest to the east, wherever it's going, or you can continue back to Beacon at this point. Keeping an eye out around the forest around you, there is the occasional brush rustling. Whatever this is that's in the forest is not... They're like trying to be stealthy, but not being super successful. You don't, at this point, see any more of them, but you hear something out there, kind of away.
What do we want to do?
We should just keep moving, and if we need to fight, we will. But I don't think it's a good idea right now.
If they don't want to bother us, we shouldn't bother them.
I mean more about the footsteps.
Some of them got away, so be it. If there's more of them chainless, they were going to find out about us anyways, whether they know names or not. And, yeah. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to get back to town.
Okay. Works for me. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want to keep anybody, like, I don't want anybody to see us, but if it is what it is, we can't really, if we don't have any hope of catching them, then it is what it is.
Is that Jason's? The song is amazing.
Yeah.
So I kept the names of the games in there so you guys could see what this is from on the title of in Foundry. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so you guys continue heading towards Beacon. You travel for another hour You probably have only about maybe 30 to 40 minutes before you actually get to Beacon. And the only reason it's taking so long is because of the amount of underbrush that's here. Again, additional vines. I'm assuming that like Louise would be up with the sword, like hacking through things, trying to clear a path, getting through this thick forest. It does start to lighten up a bit, and there's a couple of clearings here or there which you kind of route through to find your way to easier passage through the forest, just trying to make up lost time. Like you'll probably get back to Beacon maybe around 1 or 2 in the afternoon at this point. It's at about this hour past the explosion site that you're confronted, like immediately in front of you, with a wall of bushes that Louise immediately goes over to in one of these clearings and begins hacking into it. You're all kind of following behind, just expecting the next leg of your journey. And one of the bushes, a like hand reaches out of, and it's like a wooden hand made of branches that wraps around Louise's hand and starts to like try to pull him into the bushes. And he's like pulling back, like, help me, and like pulling back, trying to, and he's going to make a strength check against this. If anybody wants to jump forward and help him out,
I will assist him.
If I'm close enough, I would probably help
so
him.
we'll give him advantage, but he has disadvantage, so it'll be a straight roll. How the heck do I roll on? Oh, there we go. Or not.
I'll just Eldritch Blast into the bush.
Ooh,
Let me
that's
start
wait,
blast.
with advantage. No,
Anyways,
it was a straight roll.
Started blast.
7 on his roll. So go ahead and make an attack roll with disadvantage, because you can't see the thing. You know there's something there.
I see where the arm's connected to.
I'd Ray of Frost it.
12.
12 misses, unfortunately. Fires off. Go ahead and Ray of Frost.
That'll hit. 25?
25 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Roll, stupid. Fine. I'll do it myself.
It is rolling. What are you talking about?
Oh, is it? It's not coming up on D&D Beyond.
Well, the damage is coming up.
Is it?
Came
Yeah.
through on Foundry.
Two was the
Yeah.
first one that you rolled.
Okay.
2 cold
Great.
damage. All right. So you fire off, and it like encompasses the entirety of this bush, and you hear this like screeching sound as what looks like a tree creature of some kind. It's medium in size, humanoid with a flat-topped like stump. It's like a log with arms and legs. Kind of like backs out of the bush, and as part of the bush kind of like crumbles, frozen to the ground. It does take the 2 points of damage that you dealt to it. It has a bow strung across its back. And at this point, I would like everybody to roll initiative, please.
That's what I saw earlier!
I just have to rearrange the...
Is initiative at disadvantage also?
It would be.
Is.
It is an ability check.
All right, so I'm going to put... Oh, Foundry's freezing for me. There we go. Louise is up over here. Razier was firing off.
Oh.
I know you guys can see other things here, but don't worry about it. You guys were kind of right behind him because he was just walking forward. We're gonna put you not too far behind. We'll put, yeah, we're gonna have it be like that right there, and
What are these eyes on people?
I don't know. Is that exhaustion?
Exhaustion, it
It's
looks like.
exhaustion. Can I ask for Eric to run Louise? Thrall, what did you get for initiative?
10.
Louise just auto rolled in there. What did Brazier get?
5.
Ooh. Xander?
I got a 15. Forge is giving me a hard time, but I got a 15.
Duke?
Also 5.
Okay. It's for some reason
5.18
it's putting
for
Duke
me.
above Brazier. I'm assuming Duke has a higher dexterity modifier anyways. No?
Yeah, I'm only +3.
Okay. So Brazier's first. Xander, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okay. Natural 1.
Okay.
See it.
That's really good for me, I think.
Maybe. Probably not.
Well, you live and learn.
All right. So as this is happening, so this is like a
This bear would be up after the long rest.
okay.
He would have got it back. That's probably companion.
Do you think he would have put it up?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say he has it with him next to him.
Yeah.
Beginning of combat. As this thing steps out, and these tokens aren't super accurate to what they actually look like, but it's what I had. So whatever. There is one directly in front of you. It has the bow, and it like starts to try and take a couple steps back as it's hit by this ray of frost, which I didn't actually subtract the HP from. But there are two others that emerge out of the underbrush around where you guys are. One has a gnarled stick in its hand with like almost like a squirrel's skull on the end of it, and it's like waving it in the air, and there's these like blue and green like sparkly effects that are happening around it as it's about to maybe cast something. And then another one kind of wreathed in green vines that comes out with a shield and a club in its hand. You don't know why they're here, but it is definitely the things that were kind of stalking you in the underbrush. Top of the round, it is the one that's directly in front of you's turn first. Louise is going to get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take that.
Yeah, you said he had the short sword out.
Right. Oh, are you able to? I mean, I can do stuff if you want me
It's
to.
not letting me click on.
He doesn't
to
get
roll.
Shillelagh because he doesn't have a bonus action. This is just the first round of combat. So
Yeah, he just had the short sword out. So he's just hitting with that.
okay, I'm rolling for him then. That is a 14 to hit, which on this creature does not hit. So he goes to swipe out at it, and it catches some of the leaves as it leaves his range, and is going to actually, not intersecting with the bear, move over here, and then it is going to make a ranged attack against Thrall. Pulls out its bow, and then
Sick.
knocks 2 arrows. First attack against Thrall. Oops. That was a fast roll. That's a 15 to hit.
No.
Okay, second arrow is going to come in towards Razier.
No,
15 to hit.
just hits.
Just hits, okay. 10 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Ow.
It doesn't look agile and lithe, but as it's walking across the ground, there's like little vines that are intersecting with its weird stumpy wooden branch feet that are hitting the ground that are almost propelling it forward, allowing it to walk. Like, it looks like it should be clumsy walking along the ground, but it's like the earth and foliage around it are allowing it to move more quickly. That is the end of its turn. The blue one, which I just have them differentiated by color, but they all look very similar. The one with the wand with the squirrel's skull on it is not too far away. Why is the music being weird? Do you guys have it like freezing and stuff?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's
Double
going
the
to go.
music.
Where was that
Oh.
coming from?
Pretty sure Jason
Oh,
just on his
Gotcha.
laptop speakers and not using headphones.
Cast Entangle in the 20-foot range that's there. It does hit everybody that's in that square, and so
Deck save,
that is
right?
a strength saving throw.
Oh, strength save.
These aren't at disadvantage, right?
It's just ability checks, right? It's not saving throws that are disadvantage with 1 point of exhaustion.
Let me
Mm-mm,
check.
Just ability checks. I looked it up.
3 levels of exhaustion
So
is
this
for
is
saving
regular.
throws.
Yep.
Strength save. Ooh. That probably won't do it.
13.
Fail. Fail. I'll roll for Louise. Ooh, natural 20
What?
for him.
What was it again? I'm sorry.
Nice. Strength
What was
save.
it? Strength save. What did Duke roll? 10? Okay. You are all, those who failed, restrained. I mean, it's literally... I think you can put these effects on yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I rolled for the bear. The bear... It didn't work, but he rolled a 19, so the bear's fine. So, what did Thrall get?
16.
Thrall's fine. So the bear, Louise, and Thrall are fine. They're not restrained. It is an action to break out of the restrained effect. That is the end of that guy's turn. So basically, he takes the wand and kind of waves it in the air and like points it at the ground, and a bunch of vines come out, similar to what you've seen Louise do before, and tries to wrap around most of your legs and kind of like holding you to the ground in the spot that you're in right now. Next up on the turn order is this other guy who's emerging from the forest, who is going to go ahead and move over to Duke. Actually, probably here. Would you have been able to get there? Nope. Wouldn't have been able to get there. So he's going to stay there. I'm going to come in with 2 attacks with the club he has in his hand. That is a 26 to hit. Holy crap.
That'll hit.
Oh my. 13
Wait,
points.
how do you get there at all?
What do you mean?
If you couldn't get there, you can't get there.
Why would it let me do that then?
Because you're not restricted to where you can do it. You just
No,
have
but I
to
still
follow
see
the
green and
rules.
yellow. It was green when I moved him there. This is one of those moments where he was already running up in the moment anyways.
It's one of the moments
It's
where
just
don't worry about
it's just where I had him
Okay.
on the map. He was
Then,
running
yeah.
up towards everybody at this point.
Sounds like a DM workaround.
it.
You know what? In this particular, normally I'd be like, "You're right, whatever." But this time he ran up. He's attacking you. That's what's happening.
So 13, you said?
13 points of damage as the club comes down and just cracks you across the shoulder as you're locked in place. You try to kind of dodge out of the way, but it doesn't work. He's gonna go ahead and attack you again because
Hang
he can
on.
do that. Yeah, hang on.
Where the heck is it? I just read it. I'm so pissed. I wanted to use psionic
Protective field.
defense.
This is a reaction.
Protective field.
Yes, protective field as a reaction. From when me or another creature I can see within 30 feet takes damage, you can use a reaction, expend a die, and reduce the damage taken.
Okay.
So I'm going to reduce it for Duke. 7 points less on that one attack.
Wow, so 6 points of damage instead of the 13. That's pretty
I will
nice.
Take off a energy die. Okay, all done.
Gotcha. Okay, second attack coming in was a
You, sir.
12. 12 to hit.
That misses.
This time you like reach up and grab it midair, and it's like shaking for a second. It's just tree creature with this club in its hand. Boom! Hits the palm of your hand. You like push it off, and that is that's the end of its turn. That's all of its movement. Xander, you're up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how to get rid of that sphere. But it'll be helpful for me right now. I am going to use wait, did it hit the second hit or no?
It didn't. No.
Did not. That might change things a little bit for me. I was gonna use Wither and Bloom, but now I don't think he needs it. Okay. What I'll do instead then is I'll do a
Can you guys see the names of the creatures in the combat tracker?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Woodwode.
What is this?
Okay. I'm just gonna do a catapult on this guy ahead of me.
Okay.
So he has to make a dexterity 15 save.
$17.
Okay.
So goes flying by.
So yeah, so it just flies by. Bummer. All right. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's Louise's turn. I don't think you have control over Louise's token, so I can move it wherever you want. Just ping. He can move. He's not restrained, so maybe he'll go after the one on the right. Maybe.
Yeah, him and his bear run over there, flanking the thing. Yeah. And he'll... Let's see, what does the bear have for stat block? Great to our target. No. It's a small D8 plus 2. Yeah, he'll stick with the short sword for now for his attack action, and then bonus action he'll tell the bear to attack as well.
That's a 7 to hit with his short sword.
With advantage.
That was not with advantage, though.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
'Cause he's flanking.
15 to hit, which does not hit this thing, unfortunately.
Okay.
I hate
Goes
this
in.
Uh,
Goes into trying to hit it. Can't find a spot to get in.
cool. Then the bear is gonna do the same thing.
I don't have his
It
bear.
is a. Yeah, I had to.
You just-
I had to bring it up through his features. It'll be a +6 to hit
Ooh,
with advantage. Don't forget, because flanking.
you roll the second one. I'm rolling real bad tonight, so it was a 2 the first one.
Because I've been rolling better.
Better than that, yeah. 15.
So 21 to hit.
21 hits. So what's the damage?
A D8 plus 4.
Roll it.
That I can actually roll.
Nice.
2 more on that for 11.
11 points of
Slashing
damage. Yep. Okay. So the bear gets up and like rips some of the bark off the front of this thing, and it's like screeching out in pain. There's no blood coming out of it, but there's this weird like sticky sap starting to pour out of the front of where it's slashing through. I'm assuming that ends. No, because he made his attack. He would have used Shillelagh right? To activate it with a bonus action.
Bonus action was telling the beast to attack.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So, end of Louise's turn. Thorell is up.
Woo! I'm gonna scoot my way out of the thing there
Mm-hmm.
and make an attack against the archer.
Do it up. Oh,
That was
no.
almost a 20.
It was
Uh-huh.
almost a 20. It was almost a 20. Alright, that's it. I'm done.
Oh, man. That's brutal. Okay, Razir. You're restrained.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. You can do the things you want to do while you're restrained anyways.
If I want disadvantage. Yeah. Well, as a bonus action, because like the only thing to do as a bonus action, I'm gonna do Form of Dread.
Okay.
I'm gonna go all spooky. Terrible roll. Goodness. Gain my temp HP. Click that.
Jason don't
And
look so bored.
then
So bored. He's like, oh my god, another battle.
I'm bummed, man. My one thing missed.
and I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where's that go?
So I get all. What? No, it's on me.
Oh.
I get all. I Form of Dread happens. I get all spooked. Whoa. Okay. I get all spooky looking, and then shimmering happens, and there's like, it's mirror image. There's 3 of me,
Awesome.
order of me, standing in that spot.
Awesome. That's your
And
action.
that's it.
Okay. Duke, you have this thing trying to beat you over the head with a cudgel.
All right, so Duke will unsheath his short sword, cutting upward on this bad mamma jamma, trying to give him the business.
You have a disadvantage because you're restrained. Don't forget.
Restraint
me
gives you disadvantage? Really?
Yes. And it's advantage
yeah.
against
Great.
them.
Oh, so the creature had advantage on its attack rolls against him?
Should have you.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, my first one misses, I think.
10 does not hit, unfortunately. No.
All right, and then I will follow through with a palm strike to the creature's torso area with my bonus action.
Do it up.
All right.
22
That'll
hits.
And as I do that, a bright glow emanates from my hand and kind of looks like almost like a sharp light shooting from my hand into this creature, and I'm going to activate Hand of Harm as I hit it.
Nice.
Yeah. Mercy Monk. Doing stuff. Heck yeah.
Okay.
Spicy wave mercy.
That's a key point that I'm expending for that. And I'll
Okay.
do my damage for my unarmed attack. Oh, wait. That's my punch. And then
Nice.
hand harming. Nice. So 14 total. And the hand to harm, the second 7 is necrotic, if that makes any difference.
Oh, was bludgeoning damage was the first,
Yeah, bludgeoning and then necrotic.
Gotcha. Down. Yeah, my bad for not paying attention to that. Okay.
And
Gotcha.
that is my turn.
So your Hand of Harm, the necrotic damage definitely did the damage you expected it to do. Your bludgeoning damage as you're hitting this hardened, like, oaken tree creature just kind of like makes a thud sound as you're hitting it. Doesn't seem to do as much damage as you had hoped that it might.
Oh, great.
This guy's going to go ahead and take 2 attacks of opportunity, one from Louise and one from the bear. Can you roll for those? Or am I rolling for those?
Let's see. The bear.
I'll roll for the short sword.
There's the bear.
No, 19 on both, which does hit.
Nice.
So both hit, yeah.
Nice. Bear hits. Terrible 5 damage from the bear.
Okay. And then the damage, which I rolled, is 5 damage from his short sword. Is going to move up over here. Is going to shoot Thrall.
How about you don't?
He's going to shoot you.
I'd rather he didn't.
That's a 24 to hit.
That's an ouch.
Sure is. With 12 points of piercing damage.
I'm gonna activate Protective Field again
Okay.
and reduce that by 6.
Nice.
How much did you say?
It was 12, so you took 6.
Nice.
Seeing you like kind of like hunker down and like take the shot like you're expecting it, is then going to shoot Louise. With a 16, I don't think that hits. No,
It does not.
Louise's armor class is 18, so that's a miss. That ends that guy's turn. It is the blue ones.
Get out of here, blue one.
Where'd the music go?
It's dead.
It's finished. Battle's over.
It is going to move over to this tree. And then you hear that same sound as it like disappears into the tree and appears in this tree over here. Yep. Yep, it just gets to do that, so that's cool. And then it is going to use it like in this its branch arms, it produces a fire and shoots it off in the direction of Razir. Why is this happening? Ooh. That is a 19 to hit. Okay. It is 6 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
From a tree, it's kind of weird coming from it, but that's what happens. Foundry is like being super duper slow for me. I don't know about you guys. This guy's going to move up over here and is going to take its attack with its club on Duke. That's a natural 2. That doesn't hit.
Excellent.
Second attack. Wait, it's advantage because you're still restrained. So it's a 22.
No, ignore that.
Right.
Oh, God.
What?
I said just ignore the advantage.
Nope. 22. So the first one is 12 points of damage.
Ouch.
Second strike. Yeah, that's a natural 20.
I'm gonna use my reaction force and reroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm
Get
going to
outta
use
here.
my
What's the
warding flare as my reaction to give him disadvantage.
Sick.
wait?
A bright light
So
suddenly emanates from Duke as the strike's about to happen.
what is the thing that lets you make him reroll?
It's my chronal shift.
Oh, right. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so first roll on the reroll was a 16. Second one is disadvantage.
Well, it would just be 16 because it's a straight roll then because I'm restrained.
Right. So
That doesn't hit anyway.
16 doesn't hit.
Ah.
Okay. So it was was coming in and then like faltered and like spun around a bit because it rolled 4 dice to try and attack you. It was like spinning around in circles trying to hit you, and you're just like moving out of the way. Yeah, that's the end of its turn. Not getting to do a whole lot to you with it. You guys just like obliterated its attack roll. Man, I wanted to take Duke down with a natural 20. I wanted to just put him on the ground.
So rude.
I'm gonna use my funky new spell, Wither and Bloom. So I'm gonna force that creature to make a Constitution save.
This is the green one?
Yeah, and then Duke, you can roll one of your hit die and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll plus my spellcasting modifier.
Wow.
What an interesting spell.
Wow, he's
What did it
healing as a wizard. That's amazing.
What did it roll?
17.
That'll pass. So it takes half necrotic damage.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah, what's your spellcasting modifier? How much does he heal?
7. So 11.
Wow.
Focus modifiers is 7.
Because is it just my modifier, or is it plus the proficiency, like my spell attack bonus?
Should just be the modifier, right?
Pretty
It's
sure
just-
it's just-
modifier.
If your spell attack
so
modifier.
Spellcasting
Yeah.
ability
Oh
modifier.
yeah.
Your modifier is a +5.
Oh, okay. So then plus 5, so 9. Sorry.
Nice.
It takes 6 points of necrotic damage. It would have taken full damage if it failed that save.
I know, right? Wow, Foundry's being super laggy. Nuts. I tried to give it some damage. I can't even close out of this window.
Excellent.
All right, I'm gonna stop the music, and I'm gonna refresh the
I like a
page.
roll.
Oh my gosh, it's taking forever. Oh, I love Foundry, but it's sometimes like this is trying my patience. Oops. Wait, was that a field around Duke?
It's the Wither and Bloom.
No, that was the Wither and Bloom. I was initially gonna do it for Razier, and then Duke just got absolutely obliterated. So I was like, all right.
Yep.
It's unfortunate that the spell does specify that it's non-magical plants.
Yeah, I
Oh.
was thinking. That's why I didn't even mention it, because they're definitely magical.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
In the spell, it's got the flavor of non-magical plants in the area of effect completely wither.
Gotcha. Okay, so then all the grass
that patch
around
becomes-
just all around it
Yeah.
withers and falls to shreds and dust around it.
Circle of dead plants.
Dead plants. Yeah. Does that end Xander's turn? Did it take the damage? Doesn't look like it did. There we go.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Now it did. All right, Louise is up. Louise would definitely run down towards that blue one, for sure.
Yeah.
Can he get over and flank it with the bear? I think he can.
Probably. Bear can move. Oh, yeah, bear's got 40 feet of movement. Would
So
you
we'll just
consider
say-
that a straight line at the creature? That movement it just did to end up
Sure,
there.
sure.
Cool. Then, yeah, we're going to go round 2 of just short sword and bear attack.
I'll roll
'cause
his
he
short
doesn't
sword
have-
then.
Doesn't have Shillelagh going yet.
That's a 10, so he misses on the short sword. You roll for the bear. 12, that misses as well. Wow. You know, Felix has
They're flanking
historically rolled
advantage.
pretty low. Oh,
Forgot.
right.
Not much better.
Nat 20
14.
on his short sword hit.
14 for the bear.
14, wait a second. 14 just hits.
Ooh, that's fantastic. Because it takes
Ooh.
extra damage.
That's 11 points of damage with the short sword.
8 points of damage from the bear, plus it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Ten.
It is knocked prone.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this thing is not long for this world. So he runs up and literally almost cleaves it in half with his short sword, and then the bear comes up and grabs onto either side of it and tears it, cracks it open from the front, and now there's just sap pouring out of the front of it and spilling onto the ground.
How much damage did he do with the short sword? I wasn't listening
11.
for that number. Nice.
That was his
Does
crit.
that thing need to make any concentration saves? Having taken damage?
Yep, it sure would.
Nice. 2 of them, right?
Yep.
That's 2 instances of damage. Yeah. So
Oh.
they'd both be just 10.
Natural 1 on the first one.
Oh, nice. Ooh, we're free.
You sure are. No longer restrained.
Oh, jeez. Where even is restraints? There
I got
is.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just
Nice.
gets knocked down to the ground, almost split in half on the ground itself, and it looks like the ground has these little vines that are trying to come up and almost reclaim it into the forest floor. It's kind of weird, for Louise anyways, who's paying attention. Ending Louise's turn. Thrall, you're up.
Hey, what up? I still have disadvantage shooting into a melee, don't I?
Not
What?
only if something is next to you.
It's not
You're
shooting
good
into
otherwise.
another melee. It's
Correct.
only
No.
Shooting
No, that's
in
that's
melee.
Warhammer.
No, that's Pathfinder.
Or
That's weird.
you have too many tabletop games.
I do. They're all in my brain.
They're all
Anyway.
scrambled eggs.
Who do I want to shoot at first? You know what?
One of the tree people.
Yeah,
Not
I
us.
was.
Don't shoot us.
If you
I'm
shoot the
gonna
guy who's
help
prone,
out,
it'll be disadvantage because it's prone.
Yeah, the blue one's prone.
I'm gonna shoot at the green one and try to get him out of the way so Duke doesn't die.
Gotcha.
So let me go. Whip.
24 hits.
Cool. So this damage.
Thrall gets to actually shoot something.
Woo! And then I'm going to activate Psionic Strike because it's within 30 feet. Blam! Additional 4 force damage. What was
Oh,
the roll?
That's
on
piercing damage. I keep forgetting.
that? I rolled a 3 on that die. I'm going to. Yep. I'm going to activate my Piercer feat and re-roll the damage of my initial attack.
What's the damage
Sick.
type on the bear, by the way?
Probably should cover.
Slashing? Yes. slashing.
I love rolling the same thing twice.
Okay.
So
and
good.
then his sword is
Slash.
piercing damage.
That doesn't make any
So
sense.
even though it was a crit,
It doesn't.
yeah, it would have. Yeah. I gotta stay on top of this stuff. Okay. So yeah, your arrow pierces into it, and it looks like it hurts it from the psychic perspective, but the arrow into the front of it, and it doesn't seem to get in as deep as you would have expected.
And then it gets punched by magic. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna use
A bonus action.
a bonus action, psionic recovery, which will
Okay.
regain me psychic energy, and then my turn.
Okay. And your turn, Razir is up.
Okay. I am going to, as a bonus action, cast Hex on said green boy. Reaching out with my wooden hand and sending energy out towards it. Or wait, which hand? I forget. I don't remember my own character.
I don't have Hex on here, unfortunately. So
Marked
So
or
marked.
something. I don't know.
Yep.
And we're gonna take strength as the
the disadvantage.
we'll do and then I'm going to blast it with Eldritch Blast.
Blast.
He's got disadvantage on strength. I'll try and hit it with a walloping arrow next turn to knock him down.
17. It's just ability checks, not
just
saving throws.
misses.
Double persist.
This is a
He's a little tree
hardy tree boy.
I want to set him on fire.
Okay. I'm gonna take 2 steps over that way, and that's my turn.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to cast for my action Bless, and I will put it on. How many? Oh, 3 creatures of my choice. So I'm putting it on myself, and then Threll, and Louise. So
I don't know why blast. Oh, there it is. Blast.
here's Blessed.
Blast. Towards the top, second from the right on the top. I put it on you.
Okay, thank
So
you.
Threll, Louise, and yourself. Gotcha.
Yes. And then for my bonus action,
That's a D4 to attack rolls and saving throws, right?
Correctamundo. My bonus action, I will activate my Celestial Revelation. So I move my hands ninjutsu style, and then a shield of a shimmering light emits from my body and kind of pulses outward. And as it hits Threll and Louise and myself, it kind of just hangs around us, so we're kind of like glowing faintly. And then
What color is it?
huh?
What color is it?
It's like a golden type color.
Neat.
And then my eyes begin to like glow like a golden light and burn outward. And then when I open my mouth, there's a beam of light also coming out of my mouth. My whole body begins to emit this burning light around me. So now I'm shedding bright light in 10 feet, dim light in another 10. And that'll be my turn. And then the creature in front of me takes 2 points of damage, radiant damage.
Just straight up?
Yep.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that'll
everybody like explodes with this like golden aura all around you, and it's just everybody's wreathed in this holiness. Ending your turn. Top of the round. This
Xander takes that 2 damage too.
Is it every creature?
Yeah.
Each creature. Oh yeah. Okay. Well then, can I move?
Whoops.
Can I move before I do that?
Yeah, you can move 5 feet up and then
Yeah.
It's
That's
fine.
good.
Yeah. There you go.
it's fine. All right, so it's this guy's turn. He's going to go ahead and attack Thrall again.
Get out of here.
Rude.
Ooh, that's a 11 to hit. Sees it doesn't hit. It's going to hit him again.
Oh my god.
16 to hit.
Dang it.
It hits. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Or
does it? No, it does.
5 points of piercing damage.
Ow. I'm
Um,
okay with that, actually.
just
Not bad.
shooting arrows at you. Next is the guy who's prone. He's going to use half of his movement speed to stand up. Why can't I?
Attack of opportunity.
Not from
Hopefully.
getting up from prone.
I get that.
Pathfinder.
Let's see. I'll say he moves out of Louise's space. So Louise gets an attack of opportunity. That is a natural 20 to
Nice.
hit
Explode.
for 9 points of damage. Is that really?
I can't hear it.
No, which means he probably would have done more damage before, but it's all piercing damage. So it would be 15 points reduced to 7 on this. It's not looking super great. It is then going to use its... Actually, I guess the bear would... It's an ability that lets it move through the tree, but it's still movement. So I guess the bear would get an attack of opportunity. So go ahead and roll for that. Crap,
This
I didn't think about
button
that.
here. Nope.
Unfortunately, is then going to appear in this tree over here. And it's going to shoot. What is the range on this? It's 30 feet. It can't hit, although it definitely still has 5 feet of movement, at least.
Yeah.
So it'll move to there, and then it'll shoot Xander with its fire.
No.
That's a 17 to hit.
You hit.
Fire damage is 4 points of fire damage.
You will always hit.
That's the end of its turn. This guy's just going to keep pounding on Duke.
Now.
First attack. I'm just trying
What a
to
dick.
speed things up a little bit for the NPCs. 25 to hit.
What the fudge?
All right, I'm awarding Flare. Give
No.
me disadvantage.
Okay. 14
This
to
guy
hit.
is an animal.
Not at all.
Okay.
I don't like this
Nice.
tree person and his
trying
club.
to hit you with his club, and you're just like, no, just macking it out of the way, and those are the noises you totally make while it's trying to hit you. That was because he has 2 attacks. Was that was the first one? So the second attack. Is it 19?
That'll hit.
Okay. For 15 points of damage. Oh my gosh.
Feels so good.
That's more than I was expecting. Okay, so it just like hits you on the head and you're dazed and confused, and the whole world starts to wobble a little bit around you. Xander, you're
I
up.
like.
Okay. Well, now we're in a situation.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did before with the Wither and Bloom.
Okay.
On that green guy. So he has to make Constitution saving throw.
This is the main guy here. Okay.
Yeah, green.
Don't you want to
put it.
In the middle, so it hits both of them.
Instead?
Can it?
No, because even if it does, I need to choose a creature in that area of the spell
Oh, right.
to
Gotcha.
take the hit points.
He rolled a 20 on his con save.
20. Okay, so it'll take half, but Duke gets to roll another hit die if he'd like,
He would
which
like.
I'm assuming he would like very much.
Oh, that's so
Max
much
damage.
damage.
Again, another
Same as last time, so 6.
Yeah.
What kind of damage is this?
necrotic.
Necrotic? Okay.
And Duke gets to roll hit die.
What is Duke's hit die? D8?
For Monk? Well, it
Yeah,
depends on which
D8.
one he's using.
I got it.
Okay.
And then it's a +5 to whatever you roll.
So 9
So
more
another
hit points
9
back.
hit points to recover.
Look at this wizard healing the party. It's crazy.
That is the only wizard spell that can do so.
Yep. And
Thanks,
that's the end of my-
Strixhaven.
End of my turn.
I mean, that was pretty tight. Louise is getting gypped on this guy moving around. Whereas Louise can get to the green guy, can't get to the blue guy,
Yeah.
and can get advantage by flanking with Duke on the other side of him.
Yeah, he might. Let's see. Because he doesn't have any spells he would necessarily use here. So,
He'd be
Yeah,
bonus
the bear
action
can
shillelaghing
attack.
for sure.
well, then the bear's not attacking.
Bear's not gonna reach.
Bear
Bear's
can
got
go
40
40
feet.
feet.
Oh, good for the bear.
Oh, yeah, it can't reach. So then, yeah, this time, I think that would be the call. Shillelagh bonus action.
So he's going to move here. We'll have the bear will probably can he move the bear if he's not using a bonus action?
Yeah, the bear can still move.
So the bear will probably go here.
Might head towards the blue one and not be in the radius of that.
So that was 30, and then here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do you want to do Thorn Whip and pull him away from Louise? Not Louise. Duke. Giving Duke a attack of opportunity.
Ooh.
It doesn't.
It's
that wouldn't
force
do that.
movement.
Not force movement.
Oh, right.
Does he want to do that or no?
Let him have one anyway.
Probably just the shillelagh hit.
Okay.
This would possibly do more damage.
With advantage.
+6.
That was a
with
2
advantage.
for the first one. Second one is a 6, so 12. 12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Jeez.
I mean, somebody else could be rolling this. I'm just, because I have access to his character sheet, just rolling, so it's digital dice.
Like,
I know you just
like
can't
that, does
see
it work?
my rolls.
Okay, it does work.
Hey, look.
I can
Still a
I
12.
can do the things.
Yeah, so he just runs up, tries to hit this creature, doesn't connect, unfortunately. It's too made of wood. The strike doesn't hit true. That should end Louise's turn, I believe. Throw, you're up.
I mean, you guys got the green guy. I'll go after the archer again.
Okay.
Longbow attack. Gosh dang it.
Don't forget you're blessed.
Oh,
I am
yeah,
blessed.
plus a
It's not
D4.
gonna-
D4. Yeah, it'll absolutely help.
Ah, yeah, 17 hits.
Ah, sick. Here you go. Pew! Hit him with that. And
Bless
hit
his
him
clutch.
with a psionic strike. Blam!
Nice.
Nice.
Max damage on that.
Wow, 17 damage? Wait,
9 piercing, 8
right.
force.
So 12. Yeah. Gotcha.
You're dead.
He's not dead.
Dang it.
Not even kind of.
and-
Nope.
My bonus action, I will use Second Wind to regain some health for myself. Nice.
Do it up.
11 health.
Okay, Razir, you're up.
Bloop.
All right, my turn's over.
Wait, what? You rolled- That's awful. That's terrible. Okay, well, the archer's going to go ahead and shoot you right back.
Hey, what about my turn?
I'm
Wait,
gonna.
Yeah,
What
sure
happened?
did.
Skip Duke.
I clicked end
Probably
turn.
push
I
the
actually do want
button.
to move
Push the button.
Oh, can you not move?
10
It's not your
feet
turn?
over. Correct. Well, oh, no, I can't move because I had the wrong thing selected.
Also,
Duke's up.
Louise was blessed as well. Did he get his D4 extra when he was 10?
Oh, that's a good point.
Sorry, I gotta remember that.
It would have been 12.
Well, I don't think it can. It wouldn't
matter.
help.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
actually, you're right. It wouldn't have helped. No, not with the 12.
Time to burn through some key points.
Look at Eric paying attention to ACs.
I'm going to use my short
I rolled a
sword
17 and it didn't hit, so.
and
Yeah.
Duke kind of thrust outward with his short sword, trying to stab this bad mamma jamma.
Don't forget
No
your advantage because you're flanking now.
And a blast.
Yeah. Advantage and bless.
Golly, it was terrible.
Ooh,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
brutal.
Bless ain't gonna help that.
Nope, it's not. 16 does not hit, unfortunately. Not on this
Yeah.
guy.
All right, and
He's
then
Beefy,
we're going
dark-skinned
flurry of blows
individual.
I sue.
with one key point expended. We're going to flurry of blows, so my next two attacks are unarmed. 22.
That definitely hits.
All right, and then we'll damage. I'm going to spend my last key point on a Hand of Harm. Do
This is
some
only
necrotic.
bludgeoning damage. Okay.
Yeah, the first one bludgeoning, the next 6 is necrotic. And then my last flurry of blows will be a Hand of Healing on myself. Because
Nice.
I use my key point to do the flurry of blows, I don't have to spend a key point to heal myself. So
Okay.
5 points of healing.
Nice. Okay. Now it's top of the round. After all that happens, he's gonna go ahead and shoot the guy who shot him back. Shoot back the guy who shot him. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. 18 to hit
Yeah.
for 5 points of damage. Man, he's just not happy with this guy also shooting him. He's gonna shoot you again.
Ah!
That's a 21 to hit
Gosh dang it.
for 11 points of piercing damage. Okay. He's just I guess he'll move a little. He'll move like over here. This guy, does he have the ability to
Just lost everything I
Oh,
healed.
he totally does. He totally does. He is going to use Entangle again.
May not.
Right here. So it's Louise, the bear, Duke, and Xander.
Oh, I do an extra 2 points of radiant damage to the guy I hit. I forgot because of my thing. And then another 2 points at the end of my turn. Sorry. Also, Louise would take the extra 2 points of radiant damage from the end of my turn.
Gotcha.
That's fine.
Okay. So we'll do this is a strength saving throw. Louise is fine. The bear is not fine. The bear is restrained. So let me know.
Oh, I do strength saving throw.
DC is
Okay,
15,
Evan.
just so you know.
That's not gonna make it.
Okay, so you guys are restrained. Ending that guy's turn. It's this guy.
I don't like this guy.
Is going to.
Did that guy? Is it just allies, or is that guy got to make a save as well?
I don't know. Good point.
Ooh, nice.
It is all creatures. Wait. I mean, yeah, we're just going to follow the description. Yeah, he's going to make a strength saving throw as well. He shouldn't have to because it is plant-based and these creatures are plant-based, but I'm going to have him roll anyways. He rolled a 22, so he's fine.
What the fudge?
He's going to go
Chrono
ahead
trigger
and,
him.
he's going to move...
Chrono trigger.
He's going to move over here. So Louise gets
Yeah.
another attack of opportunity. This would not be Shillelagh, right? Or would it?
Totally
As a bonus
shillelagh.
action. Huh?
Totally shillelagh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his
So-
weapon now, right? So
Would it be with advantage as he
Shillelagh-
moves away, or no?
yeah, it should be because it's still flank.
If he moves
No.
that way, then yes. If he moves in the diagonal, it would be before he exits or as he's exiting, so he's still like technically between the two. But if he did like a move over here first and then over kind of nonsense, it wouldn't.
I'll give him advantage. That's fine. What is it on D&D Beyond? Alt or Control or Shift?
Shift.
Shift.
Let's do 4.
That's a 24 to hit. It
Alright.
still hits regardless. Heat. Oh man, rolling so low. 5 points of damage. On his
Really?
Shillelagh.
He rolled a 1?
He rolled a 1, yeah.
Jeez.
like
It
the
is
fourth
magical
time.
damage.
It says
So it's now
bludgeoning damage.
magical bludgeoning. It's magical though, because it's
Okay.
a spell.
I
Weapon
subtracted
is
5
considered
regardless.
bludgeon. Or
Yeah.
I don't know
I mean,
how that
he's-
works.
It doesn't say they're resistant to magical bludgeoning, just says bludgeoning. So I guess
Oh, if it just
I mean,
says
it's still-
bludgeoning and it doesn't specify non-magical bludgeoning, then it doesn't matter.
so it's still resistant. So you only take 2 points of damage and not 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So he gains 3 back. Okay. Okay. He moves here. He's gonna go ahead and take his first club attack on Duke.
What a dick.
Yeah. Seriously. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
12 points of damage.
Golly.
I'm gonna use my reaction, expend my thing to reduce that for you
Thank you.
as soon as I can.
Duke,
Find where the
Duke's
heck I
a
put
monk.
it.
He's tanking. Like hardcore. The amount of damage Duke has taken this game. This battle's
Yeah.
insane.
Reduced by 6 points.
Wow. Again. Half damage. It's almost like we've got a barb over here who's raging.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a level in barbarian so I can get rage next.
Throw,
Yeah.
throw
You
and
should-
I
Rage Holy Warrior.
just been saving Duke.
I mean, Party Monk
Um,
combo is fun.
Okay. He doesn't have any bonus he can attack. If he moved to hit Thrall, he would get an attack of opportunity. So he's just going to hit Duke again.
No, we missed.
That is a
Roll the
16 to
one.
hit.
No, that misses.
Excellent.
Does it really miss? 16? Really? What's,
Yeah.
your
It's
AC
got
is
that
Ring
18?
now.
No, I'm
17,
at
that
17.
ring of protection.
17, ring of protection.
Oh, nice. Oh, man. That's clutch. That's clutch. Okay.
Plus
Why we
one
gave
matters.
it to him.
Keep the healer alive.
Uh-huh. All right,
So
Xander.
he can heal himself.
All right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In this instance,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna use first level magic missile.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh, it's all over. It's all over the blue guy. I can see
so
it right
blue
now.
blue guy
Blast
is
him.
getting finished.
Roll ones. Roll ones.
All right, first one, second one, third one.
Jeez.
Wait a second. How much damage is that?
8.
8.
Yep. Yep.
Tough cookie.
more
Drop the
zone.
spell.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yep, it definitely drops the spell.
All
That
right,
is perfect.
made life easier.
Wait, what?
I took it off. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad.
And that's the end of my turn.
Well, that was a pretty significant turn, if I do say
Yeah,
so
well-
myself. So, all right, Louise is up.
I don't want to get hit.
Probably gonna try and get over here and get flanking with Duke on this green guy.
Yep.
And then just shillelagh away, right? I'm assuming.
Yep. With advantage.
I got it. Why did it only roll once?
And he has
Why?
bless also.
And bless, yeah.
It's fine. 24 to hit definitely hits. However, this is bludgeoning damage with shillelagh, so he takes 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Is that really all
the
he can do?
bear.
Oh, the bear.
Well, I mean, and then as bonus action, he's gonna have the bear attack. Hold on a second. The bear has movement, so if he goes there,
Gonna move 20 feet before intersecting to get a stop attack.
Yeah,
Sure.
he's gonna do that nonsense.
Sure.
How you
Get
pivot?
there so that if you hold control and then you click in a spot, you can make a pivot point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Bring up the bear. Bear does not get advantage. Oh, right. Spell attack. That'll do, though.
We'll get some RP here.
25.
We'll get some RP inside. don't worry.
25 to hit. Does that. Plus that. Oh my gosh. Plus 2. 9 slashing damage.
It's okay. It's slashing, so he actually does take the full. Are you sure?
Should it be 10?
and-
If it's
Should be 10.
plus that,
5 plus 3 plus
it's
2
10.
is 10.
Yep. It's 10. And strength saving throw.
$14.
That just makes it. So he is not prone.
Gotcha. Okay. So runs like just rakes into the back of it as Louise is carving into the front of it. Ending their turn, I believe. Throw you're up.
Well, let me help out with that. I'm gonna scoot here,
Oh.
drop the bow, and pull the glaive
Ooh,
and make
glaive.
an attack.
Don't roll a natural one.
Okay.
Don't roll 2 natural ones with your advantage.
20 hits.
And then
1 in 400.
slice.
Finish him.
Nice.
The 10 points of slashing damage.
With the slashing.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah. So I'm gonna see the bear. He's like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," and I'm like, I'll help him out. I'll throw the bow down, and like as I'm running forward, grab the glaive, do like a sweet jump, and just whoosh, all the way down forward, split him in half like the log he is.
Axe chopper. Just
Absolutely.
right down the middle. Your glaive is now covered in tree sap, maple syrup.
Excellent. That's gonna be so annoying
Gross.
to get off.
It's gonna take so long to get that off. You'll find sticky spots for weeks.
Some like WD-40 or some mineral water.
Wow. Coca-Cola.
But that will be the end of my turn.
All right. Oh, sorry. It needs to be dead. It's dead now.
Excellent.
Razir.
Bonus action, moving hex, action, shooting, blam.
Shoot that guy.
I missed. Cool, moving on.
That's so brutal. It's so brutal.
What do
Dude.
you
Alright.
be?
I'm gonna vault the bear.
Vault the
And
bear. Vault the
I'm vaulting
bear.
the bear
Just
towards the archer,
over. Yep.
and then I will a
Duke
slice.
Duke is bloodied and beaten right now.
It's fine.
Not giving
He's
up.
going in for it. He's going for it.
He's like,
I
nah.
Oh, wait, I have plus.
Was that actually 12 to hit?
It's
just
12
doesn't-
plus his bless.
Oh, what is it?
Bless.
No,
14.
doesn't hit. Sorry.
All right. Well, bonus action. Punch.
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 Fucking punch.
Golly. Never mind.
Oh no. That's so
Well,
bad.
blessing,
Don't
blessing
even
enough.
don't even bother. Yeah.
He does
so
take the
sorry.
damage at the end of your turn, though.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. 2 points radiant damage.
And he dies.
That'd be
no,
hilarious.
not quite. No.
You just miss
attack-
a bunch and then he falls over it.
Attack of opportunity for Duke.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that if you want to take it.
I sure do. Golly.
What a brutal night. Okay, he moves up to the tree here. What is this? Oh, we can't do that.
Where's he going?
He can go there.
He can never outrun me.
Can't go there. He could go over here. He's gonna move. So he's gonna travel through the tree. He appears over here. That was 10 feet of his movement. He's gonna go ahead and shoot Duke. Because
Okay.
why not?
Slap it out of the air with your cool
I'm
Oh,
about to slap.
24
arrow
to hit.
catch.
Okay, I'm gonna
Ooh.
deflect missiles.
12 points of damage.
Like missile.
Do it. Do it up. Do it.
Oh, I catch them. I catch that.
Can you throw it back or no?
No, I don't have any more key, but I will. I will look at it and I'll just throw it on the ground.
So you literally, as the arrow, catch it out of the air. That's amazing. That's the first time you've done that, right?
That's
It
so
is
cool.
That's so good. Boom, out of the air. Just in time. Like throw it down to the ground as the second one comes towards your head.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Jeez.
8 points of damage.
Oh, I'm still up.
That's the important part.
I'm alive.
All right, and then it's going to. It has 20 feet of movement. It's going to stay within range of the tree. It's going to go here, and its turn is over. Xander, you're up. I can't believe you stayed up.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of damage you took this. You took like 80 damage this battle.
I've been hit so many. Am I the only person who's been hit?
I got it.
Okay.
Thrall's
I
been
feel
attacked
bad.
quite a bit too.
That's true. He was getting the archer love.
I got hit once. Thrall got hit twice.
My mount.
Xander got hit once.
Louise got attacked, but he took like 1 point of damage or something.
The only damage Louise has taken is from Duke.
Oh, it's true.
I'm gonna do Toll the Dead on this fella.
It's range on that 60 feet.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Like wisdom
is that?
save 15.
Okay.
One of my favorite spells.
Me too.
Huh?
15 exactly on the
Dude,
save.
are you kidding me?
No.
None of my saves tonight have worked. And I don't want to use one of my things because I don't know what's going to happen later.
Yeah.
All right. This
That's
is so stupid.
Cantrip. Yeah, you get a bonus action.
I mean, yeah, I can't really do anything. That's it. It's my turn.
Okay. Louise even with a dash can't get there. He's got Thorn Whip.
no.
He can run up and Thorn Whip.
That's got a 30-foot range.
Oh, so he can't. He's still.
Oh, he
can't
has
do that.
he has a longbow.
Oh, he does.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is 150. So I mean, he can move up a
Yeah.
little bit if he wanted to. Probably like full movement, like over here. Shoot him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll roll for it. That is a 12 to hit. That does not hit. Does he want to move the bear or no?
Would +4 with bless possibly make that hit because he has
No.
bless still? Oh, actually, Duke needs to have made a saving throw, concentration for the bless.
Oh, on
anyways,
bless, yeah.
The bear is gonna dash. I think.
Oh yeah, you can get right up to him.
Yeah, 80 feet.
Boop.
Yep.
Well, I'll just roll the con
Yeah.
check, con save.
Oh no, it's only if he makes an attack after he charges at it.
No, I was rolling for Duke. We can have him roll when he gets back. It's fine. So long as we
Yeah,
remember.
that's not an issue for right now.
Okay.
That's it for Louise.
Okay. Thrall.
Pick.
I would say
Actually,
you got to move over for
it
him
might-
to not have 3/4 cover behind the trees right now.
I don't care about 3/4 cover. I have sniper.
Okay,
So I'm
Donnie.
going to
Okay,
shoot
Donnie.
him with my longbow. Whip.
Duke, make a you gotta make a concentration check. 'Cause you got
Didn't he get hit
12
twice?
Blesses up.
Didn't he get it
Okay, I
twice?
only got-
Not since bless has been up, I don't think.
Gotcha.
Or maybe he has.
I've been
17
hit by the thing.
misses, but you have bless, so add a d4 to that, which you're gonna hit regardless. Yep.
Huzzah.
Yep.
So hit him with this longbow. Damage. I'm guessing he's still alive, right?
Which is
11
piercing
piercing.
damage. So 5. Yeah.
Then I'm going to use my Action Surge to shoot at him again with a second arrow.
Nice.
Except I'm going to use a walloping arrow for this next one.
Okay.
Yes.
A natural 20.
An unnatural 20. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So here's
Weird.
some damage. And make a strength check.
Piercing damage. So 4 and a strength check. Strength save.
Strength
Yes.
check or save.
Save.
Ooh. 3.
Fails. Prone.
Prone.
Where's that been all fight?
I know, right?
I only have 17
Why?
of them.
Not
Why?
you. I'm talking about the saving throw roll.
Why make him prone?
So the bear can eat his face.
But then it's going to be
But the bear's
disadvantage
not
of
up.
Razir attacking
The
him.
bear's not up until after its turn again.
So we can. It's. I'm slowing it down. You'll catch up.
Razir's next, and Razir's going to have disadvantage
I don't
on his
need to
attacks.
catch up. He's well within my range.
That's true.
So he
I have
falls
a
to the ground.
600-foot range.
Yeah. So ending Thrall's turn, Razir going to attack with disadvantage. Eric's just like skipped his turn like 4 times this battle.
Oh my gosh, I rolled a 17 and an 18. I actually hit this dumb thing.
You do.
Holy moly.
All according to plan.
No. That plus that. Yeah, there we go.
Shocking.
Why is it
12
why-
damage?
Shock, why is it shock grasp? I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, right?
It's a D10 for up
It
blast.
does matter, and it's more damage. Oh, good. I rolled minimum
1.
damage. It's the same.
It's still 7.
Hey,
It's still 12.
I'm so mad.
You could have killed this thing.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I
I
rolled
have,
a
Oh,
1.
maybe
I have a
not.
whole heckin'
Maybe
ability
not.
I could have used.
Okay.
Versus.
I mean, you still hit him.
This thing had more than 21 health left.
By the way, he still has 3/4 cover, which is 3 plus 5 AC.
I would have been.
You still would
up
have hit. You
here.
still would have hit him. Well, you should move then.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have been up here.
Yeah, that's fine. It wouldn't have mattered. I mean, plus 5 wouldn't. You still would have hit him with 24. Okay. Yeah. Ending your turn. You're just blasting him. He's on the ground.
I am the same as Donnie. I don't care about his 3/4 cover.
Yeah, what up?
Oh, gotcha.
Sniper
okay.
friends.
I will say that this creature who is like writhing on the ground with like whatever this damage is necrotic, and it says lightning, but I'm assuming it's something else. Necrotic damage. And
Force and
damage.
necrotic. from that.
Is speaking a language and like screaming out into the forest, like with its weird wooden lips, making tree sounds. It is speaking a language. Does anybody here speak Sylvan?
Nope.
No, nobody.
Nope.
Okay. So you can't understand what it's saying, but it is saying words. Duke. How many hit
right.
points? You have 2 hit points.
I do.
That's one more than he needs.
I'm going to move up to about here, right in front of Louise, and I'm going to do Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. Dex save.
Dex save.
Which is disadvantage on because it's prone. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It does not.
Really?
No.
Prone doesn't give you disadvantage. 22 on the save.
Dang, that'll do it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It doesn't take half if I miss. So, all right, that's my turn.
Okay. It's going to use half its movement to get up. It's going to be an attack of opportunity from the bear, so go ahead and roll that.
Click. 21.
Oh, that definitely hits.
There, hit.
Big money.
Boom. Nope.
4
Slashing.
points of slashing damage. Oh, slashing damage. Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, 6 points of slashing. Plus 2.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yep.
These creatures are resistant to bludgeoning, right?
Yep.
Only
And
bludgeoning?
possibly
And
piercing.
And piercing, yeah.
And piercing.
Okay.
Not that
Never
you're,
mind.
I mean, we're at the end of the battle, so it's whatever at this point.
I was just confused by that earlier.
Yeah. I mean, at the beginning
sense,
and like
though.
halfway through battles, I want it to be kind of hidden. And at the end of it, I don't care if we know what their AC is and what their resistances are. It's not.
I
Like,
figured
once we
it
get to
out.
higher levels, it's going to matter a lot more. Right now, level 4, it doesn't matter. Anyways, it does move out of its. It takes the 6 points of damage. I need everybody to make a perception check. This will not cost an action.
Oh wait, it's at disadvantage.
It is.
Yay, still good.
Can I sniff them out?
No. Ooh, close.
You wouldn't happen to want my passive perception, would you?
No.
Right. Well, I got a 14.
Yeah. What is happening right now? Did Duke has advantage?
I did roll disadvantage, yeah, because we're exhausted.
You have 2, so 20. You rolled a 22 and a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just rolled really great.
I will roll for Louise, who also has disadvantage, I believe.
Yep.
Wow. What the heck? Louise is a 23. Duke is a 20. It rolled a 20 on its stealth check. It does disappear through the tree, and appears. What's 60 feet is going to be over here. It is obviously trying to run. It's kind of doing this weird zigzag motion. It's like traveling through the trees, like being absorbed into one and then disappearing. But it is definitely running. It is its turn. What is the range? 150 feet. Oh yeah. Absolutely. It is its turn. It is not going to use an action. Let me ask you a question. For the sake of brevity, because we're already past 10. Are you guys going to chase this thing if it runs?
Absolutely.
No.
No. I'm gonna keep shooting at it if I get lines of sight on it out to 600 feet.
It's disappeared
Yeah.
for you. You didn't roll high enough to see it disappear into the forest.
Unacceptable.
Duke is not chasing this thing. Duke is tired.
Yeah. Okay. Thrall, go ahead and roll an attack roll. I'll say, because I want to see if this thing gets away. Thrall, roll an attack roll. Razir, you can roll with disadvantage if you want to roll an attack roll.
Good deal.
I don't know if Xander has anything that has like a, because this thing's gonna be, it's 120 foot. It's 120 feet away. No, it's not. It's 90 feet away from any of you. That's 100. It's like, yeah, it's like 100
I
or
could
to
do
105 feet away. So I just want to see if it gets hit.
I
Thrall,
totally hit it.
Thrall hits it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, I'm gonna use my feet to re-roll that damage die.
Okay.
That's better. 11 points of piercing.
It had 11 HP.
Yeah.
It's piercing though.
Oh, it is.
Shut
it only
up,
takes
Eric.
5. It only takes 5 damage. It's still alive.
It bursts into flames magically. Oh.
What?
Um,
Can I
11
use
does not
magic
hit it.
missile?
What's the range on magic missile? It's 100.
feet.
It's
120.
105 feet. Oh yeah. So
Blast.
it has 6 hit points.
It cannot survive magic missile.
What are you talking about? It's only 3 1d4s, right?
+1. Minimum damage on magic missile is 2 per
It's 6.
shot.
Ah.
Wham.
Oh yeah, it's dead. It's dead. I just wanted to see. We played it out. You guys won.
Not allowed to leave.
And
And we level up.
end of battle. No, you don't level up. I've won battle. Imagine every battle's a level up.
Oh.
Let's go
Ooh,
fight
yeah.
a squirrel.
Yeah, we'll go pick fights on anything we have to.
Duke
Hey, you,
would
fight me for the good of the
somehow
world.
Yeah.
Still almost die.
I'll fight homeless people if it means I get a level up.
Okay.
Terrible.
Okay.
It is terrible.
So these wrecked carcasses of these tree creatures, which took a battle that took way longer than I expected. I expected you guys to demolish. You guys annihilated a CR-12 battle. It took 3 hours to complete, but it, anyways, this was way less than that. But here we are. Find yourselves in this clearing, about 30 to 40 minutes from Beacon.
Let's short rest so Duke doesn't fall over and die from stubbing his toe.
I'm going to
down with
use
a short rest.
healing hand on myself. Oh wait, no. If we're going to short rest,
Or we just take an hour, little sit down,
okay.
Yeah.
and then
Short rest.
In the forest near
Yeah.
the thing that was shouting things that we don't know what it was saying.
yeah, that's fine.
That's a good point.
That is a very.
We should walk a little ways at least.
Might as well. Let's just get back to town, and I will use.
Is anybody
Hands
looting
of
the bodies at all or anything? Or you're just
Do they
moving on?
have loot? They're tree people. They
Oh,
don't
not
have
that.
clothes.
You guys always loot everything, always. So I just wanted to.
I'll take a look at the corpses and collect
Sure.
while I'm collecting half my arrows.
Heal for 3 hit points.
Nice. Okay. Well, go ahead and make an investigation check then, Thrall.
Okie dokie. Sick.
I'm gonna follow where the magic
Disadvantage.
missile went and go check out the other one.
Okay. So then you can also roll an
Yes.
investigation check if you'd like.
$15.
That is what I was looking for. So, as you're scrounging through, they weren't wearing armor. It's just that their hardened exterior caused them to have a higher AC than normal. Neat little tree person battle. You do happen to notice that Thrall is struggling to tear open the body of the blue one that was casting spells, and off to the side, totally discarded underneath one of the bushes that Thrall's totally 100% missed, is that gnarled little wand looking thing with the skull on the top of it. And you notice it has a little blue ribbon tied around it, and it's like, where did these tree people get this kind of material? It's like a actual ribbon, shiny ribbon material. It looks like perhaps that might be of some value to some extent.
Okay.
And that is
Blue ribbon. Did the archer boy have any more arrows on him?
You can recover. Donnie, roll a d10.
Okay.
Why is he rolling? I'm the one finding these things.
Razier, roll a d10.
Should have had you roll.
Hey,
what you did.
that's what you get. Calling it out. 2 arrows from the tree guy.
Snap him in half.
Oh.
No, I'll give him to throw.
Oh, sick.
And then I will put in my inventory. No, I didn't want to click that. There we go. Blue ribbon.
Well, the blue ribbon isn't what's valuable. It's the wand that's
whole
valuable.
wand.
The whole
That's
wand.
not what you said.
I mean, I said it's a wand with a blue ribbon tied around it with a skull on top of it.
Well, yeah, but you emphasized the blue ribbon part and not the rest of it, so it made it sound like
Yeah.
just the blue ribbon looked valuable.
Because the ribbon
Gotcha.
is interesting and what's weird about it, so that what makes the whole thing seem valuable.
Society.
Society.
It looked like the blue tree creature was using it as a focus, but didn't actually use it. It does have a sheen to it, without even needing to
Okay.
cast detect magic or anything. It has a aura.
It just
around
looks
it.
super magical.
It does.
It is clearly just magical.
Yep.
A wand of entangle
Which I mean,
or something.
what's his face? Xander
Probably.
over here would probably pick up on that, but
Figure that
you
out.
know.
What's his face?
What's his face? Okay, so you guys move a couple 100 feet away, take a short rest.
Yo.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and speed past that.
Sit with the wand to try and figure out what it is during that hour
Sure.
while we short rest.
Who's sitting? You are with it?
Me or Xander, I'd say.
What do you think, Xander?
Yes, I will.
Okay. It is a Wand of Wonder.
Oh,
Wand of Wonder. Wand of Wonder.
nice. Full heal off a 1-hit die. And all my spells back. Because, Warlock.
How come I let you do a hit dice heal?
Because I clicked on hit dice.
Yeah, but how do I do that?
If you click on the short rest button at the top, it'll bring up your available hit die. And if you
Yeah.
click on one of the boxes, it'll bring up
Wait,
however many you click, it'll bring up the roll for it. A little box will pop up, and then if you click that,
Okay. Got it.
it does the roll and then auto heals you. Actually, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So got
Health in for you.
a little less than 45 minutes before Jason's cap on this session, so we should be able to get in some RP and set ourselves up for the next bit here. But as you collect yourselves through this long rest, are you guys having any conversation about what just transpired?
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Okay.
I can't say I've ever been attacked by the woods itself before. I've seen some strange things, but any of y'all have the trees attack you in your travels?
That was terrible. I did not enjoy that.
you know,
Yeah,
I
you took quite a beating.
I seem to recall being called ridiculous earlier.
Okay, I understand. No comprendo. Tranquilo.
So good.
I've never been attacked by the woods before, but I'm actually very intrigued. I mean, I feel bad that we've killed these folks that were probably just worried about us intruding on their territory, but I'm intrigued by the society and culture that might exist in here. That's something that maybe we should look into.
And probably warn the people of Beacon that the woods they live next to ain't so friendly.
I mean, they knew that, but okay.
Yeah, but he said it cool, dude.
He did. Razier's cool.
Don't bother him when he says the cool
I
cowboy
know.
thing.
I don't get to be a
right?
part of your PC conversations, and I want in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, just
I'm
get.
not gonna ruin
just
your
get
immersion.
Just get GMPC, all right?
DMPC.
Maybe you
Don't
could
worry.
go with,
Don't worry. Zanladir will be in the party pretty soon.
that other guy.
Wow. Yeah, that was something. I need to go to bed. So let's go back to Beacon so I can rest, because that was the most sluggish fight I've ever been in.
Yes. The elixir that we took to cure ourselves, all the walking, this is taking a toll. Those creatures, oh my goodness. It's time to go back to Beacon and rest.
All right.
Okay. So moving on through the remainder of the forest, the rest of your 30 to 40 minute trek is uneventful. You eventually see the walls of Beacon, and when you approach, the guards that are standing on the ramparts kind of look down, and a look of recognition comes over them as they kind of look down at you, and the one at the top kind of like looks behind them. You like it signals for them to open the gate, and the gate slowly opens. But as it's opening, it like points down at you guys. Weren't you on a mission somewhere not outside of town? It
Yep.
doesn't. It's whatever. Okay, just come on in. There's no issue. The guards let you in. There's just weird interaction.
Yeah.
The guard being
Life-
super confused,
life-
scratching his head as you're walking in the door.
Life works in crazy ways,
Yes.
my friend.
As we pass by, this ain't the only way in and out of the town. Don't forget.
It's as you're walking by and like back into town. It isn't. Gates closed behind you.
As soon as we walk into town, I'm gonna do my cool whistle thing. I'm gonna whistle for
there's
Oh,
the-
Cade.
Oh, no.
You have a
For
whole
us.
dog. That's
Yeah.
right.
right. Hold
Where's my
on.
dog?
You haven't seen your dog in like 4 weeks.
there's the sound of splintering wood, very upset chickens, a burst of feathers, and Gade comes charging down the central thoroughfare of the town. Which I
Like,
can switch over
there he
to
is.
beacon
Come here,
map.
Come here,
Switch
boy.
over to beacon map here. How far are you? Not well. That's pretty far. He still heard your whistle, but he just like comes gallivanting through. He knocks over a couple crates on his way, and a cart that was traveling through the center of town almost gets upended as he's just racing through. People are screaming and jumping out of the way, and like literally make a strength saving throw. Unless you're going to allow, you're going
This
to let.
This
I
is
wanna
how
give him
Throw
a-
gets arrested.
I want to give him a big hug, but it's definitely gonna knock me over.
Are you going to let it happen?
I'm gonna let him jump on me. I'm gonna give him a big hug.
Okay, he just pins you to the ground.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna give him a hug. I'm gonna scratch his head. Oh, you're a good boy. You're a good boy.
It's so ridiculous. Just slobbering, like tongue larger than your head. Just like your hair is just up now with the saliva.
Looking like a troll doll.
Uh huh.
Excellent.
Uh-huh.
It's just- oh, you got a little
I got a little dog. Come on,
you
G.
got a little something on your face.
Everywhere.
Oh, nope.
Definitely has the smell about Gade's mouth of chicken nuggets. For,
Not even mad. Don't even.
For
care.
sure.
Not even raw chicken. It's chicken nuggets.
It's
uh-huh,
actual nuggets, breaded and everything.
with ketchup on the side. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, you are reunited with Gade, who's happy to see you, and immediately, like on the ground, like puts his like head underneath you and like flips you up onto his back, and you're able to ride in town.
Yes.
And as you guys are entering, there are a good number of individuals that it's only been a day. It's been a day. But you're walking into town, and there are a couple of people that are like whispering amongst themselves and kind of pointing at you guys. Like one little halfling boy runs up out of the crowd that's kind of just amidst the road that's here, and is like clapping, and has like a wooden sword and just a crude wooden bow and a couple of arrows and a tiny little quiver. Runs up and just gives a giant thumbs up to you guys as you walk by. Doesn't say anything, just thumbs up.
Give him the thumbs up back. Yeah.
Duke pulls his halo off and throws it like a frisbee and casts light on the kid, and it goes on his head.
Do you cast the light on the kid, or you cast the light on the halo and throw
The
it
kid.
to the? You cast it on the kid. The kid just lights up with light.
Can you imagine how terrifying that would be? All of a sudden, you just light up.
He feels blessed.
He's
So
just shedding light from the halo now.
you throw the halo to the kid,
Yeah.
and you cast light on the kid, not on the halo.
Well, the halo is the light. It's just a flavor there.
Well, okay.
Don't worry about it.
Takes the halo and like puts it on his head. It's all like sideways, and you just hear this tiny voice, "Ma, I'm a superhero," and then runs off into the crowd, disappears into the like, behind one of the buildings, and you hear like something fall over to the side. But you guys make your way towards the center of town. Where are you headed?
We gotta go see the mayor.
The mayor.
We go see
Okay.
the mayor, and then
Yep.
we're gonna take our weekend.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Let's get this pay, and then let's
Okay.
hit the head. You know what I'm saying?
We need the funds for our room or whatever.
So there's a good amount of people that are like witnessing you walking through town, and although it's only been one day, it's almost like Nicodon sent you on this quest, and it was under wraps because this was a mission to go and recover what was lost, and you did bring back word that the original raiders were defeated by whatever this monster was in the sewers. It doesn't feel like you guys are returning from the sewers. It feels like you're returning from some giant adventure that you went on, which only because for us it's been like 5 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever it's been since you actually are
Literally
finally
just
coming
yesterday.
back. Yeah, just
It's the biggest
yesterday.
adventure. It's the biggest adventure Duke's ever been on. So
In less than 48 hours.
Yeah, exactly. But you're not hailed as heroes, but there are people like a woman comes up with a wreath and attempts to put it over Xander's head, just as like an acceptance of these are the Raiders of Beacon, and they're trying to be more accepting and like happy that you're here. And nobody else is bringing wreaths up. It's just Xander. Just may I?
Sure.
Oh, but you're one of the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Well, here, may this bring you good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's amazing. I like it.
Oh, my humble pleasure. Please keep our town safe.
Of course, it would be my pleasure.
You gain a point of inspiration.
Hey.
Not a point. You gain inspiration, not a point of inspiration.
No, it's
I get to stack inspiration now. This is amazing.
yeah.
No, that's only a fraction of an inspiration. You have to collect 5 points of inspiration to have
It's
inspiration.
all 8 points of inspiration to use.
So you guys eventually find your way to Nicodon's estate. You're led inside. Corbin is actually outside, kind of manning the gate, almost like he was awaiting your return. Kind of nods to you. Made it back in one piece. I see.
We did.
I heard you took care of the problem.
Indeed.
Take care of a lot of problems.
Chainless are probably going to be coming down on us. We're going to have to... I don't know what Nicodon's going to say, but that's going to ruffle some feathers. I'm sure you can understand.
I'm sure you understand that our feathers have also been ruffled, so it is an equal ruffling all around.
I hope you have some good news besides just taking down that Chainless lab
Well, I don't
for what
think
the
they
future
know it was
holds for
us.
Beacon.
I mean, what are the odds that nobody can identify us? Everyone's dead, so I wouldn't worry about it.
No one?
Pretty sure. I mean, 3 scientists got out, but then they died from something else. That's a lot. Never mind.
As long
There
as
might have
everybody's
been one who got
account-
out, but can't
Might have-
say if they knew who we were or not.
It does not matter if they know who we are, though, because their lab is destroyed, so they will come looking eventually.
All right. Well, and he like leads you in, closes the gate behind you, leads you inside the estate to Nicodon's study, closes the door behind you, and stands in there with you. Gade can't come inside, unfortunately. He could technically come in the front door and wait in the foyer, but he can't fit in the door of the office for sure. That's up to you.
fair. I just
Um,
asked him just wait in the foyer. Just
Court.
be like, sit,
Okay.
and then
Gotcha.
he sits, and then
It's not a dog at all. Not at all dog.
it's very dog-like.
Just giant beast just sitting in the foyer. Like nobody could walk past him. He'd have to be the last one in. Just like plugging up the entrance. So as you guys all, the doors close behind you. There's only the 4 seats that are inside. I don't think I have Nicodon's estate up. It doesn't matter. You know what it looks like. Nicodon kind of nods to you as you all file in. The door closes behind. So,
Howdy.
welcome back. It's a pleasure, actually. It's refreshing to know that I've got somebody capable representing our fair town here. So, looks like I owe you some money.
Right.
Yes, please.
So we found the lab. We dealt with the people in the lab, and only possibly one of them got away.
Did you get a good look?
Some interesting, just some footsteps. Not sure who it was, but some interesting individuals found down in that lab along with the Chainless. A certain member or captain of the guard of Alice Narian.
He's a
Saren.
schmuck.
Huh. Captain Saren.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
He did not make it out.
Right. That's gonna be a problem.
I'll wait until you hear this other thing. Apparently, the king of Islasnarian is also infected, but successily didn't die. What?
Right. We
Crazy.
found out a bunch about these creatures that well, the one that popped up in your kitchen and the other odd things that may have been showing around the area. They're doing some kind of experiments, testing on people, and trying to make some kind of super creatures to be weaponized soldiers. And
To what
seems
end?
there's only
You wanna
I think
fight
they're
the next Titans or something, right?
right. Their paperwork said something like that, but
Yes, the followers of Zeal were also involved somehow.
I don't
The
know what
followers
heck
of
they were doing
Zill.
there.
Yes.
Oh, they were
Like,
trying to
I-
resurrect, what's his name?
Brazier
Why-
shoots a sharp look at Duke as he says that.
Are we not supposed to talk about that?
No, we didn't see
don't-
nothing down there. We did not see.
You specifically told them that you wouldn't tell anyone that you saw them down there.
I don't.
That was
I'm sorry.
3
I
weeks
didn't
ago.
remember that. If I had remembered that, I would not have said that. It was a long time.
It's been
We
quite
can,
the
I'm
16
I'm
hours.
I'm okay with retconning that. If you
Thank you.
genuinely
I-
you
I
want to do
definitely. I
that.
will make a note of that. I did not remember.
Yeah, they specifically were like, you owe us money and make sure you don't tell anyone about the fact that we were here, for sure.
Got it. Followers
Um,
of Zeal. Don't talk about them. Got it.
Never mind.
Okay, so that never happened.
Right. So it probably will be a problem. But I mean, they were working with the Chainless, so
The Captain Saren was working with the Chainless. So,
yeah, it seemed
There's a-
like he was in charge of the lab or something.
do you know who Captain Saren is?
Nope.
He comes
Dead man
here.
now.
He came here on occasion and was, staying in a room and had some dealings with a few in town and made a few trades. And I was surprised to find he wasn't among those making the trade in town during that whole fireball gunshot situation at the beginning of the campaign. The whole thing that went down, because that I was expecting him to be part of it, but he's a member of the personal guard of one of the Council of Islasnarian.
Gotta pee real quick.
Well, they're gonna have to find a replacement.
Well, the thing is, he was
Tiger.
known for making regular trips to Beacon. Nobody really knew why exactly. I guess now we know why, but that leads me to a question, and it's less about me caring about the real reason and more about me caring about what's going to happen to our town once other people start asking the same questions. And did the member of the council that he represented know about what he was dealing with? And also, are they going to come looking for him
Well,
in our fair
mean,
town?
that should be easy.
Them's all
Just-
good questions.
Just tell him he left. They'll just assume he died in the woods or something.
if
He's
I'm
busy.
gonna be honest with you, I would assume from here on out that anybody involved with Islasnarian is somehow tied to the Chainless. We have information to believe that the king of Islasnarian is one of 5 individuals that were tested upon and succeeded throughout the whole process and is now considered a super soldier. We know that the captain of the guard of Islasnarian was corrupt and in dealings with the Chainless. It's safe to assume that the council member probably is aware if they sit on the same council, I was gonna say share, and then I said sit. If they sit on the same council, it's safe to assume that they're aware of the project at the very least, and are aware of the dealings going on.
This is bigger than any of us. This is bigger than this town. It's bigger than anything that's happened since the Titan attacks. What you're talking about could be a conspiracy that reaches all the way to the top. Reingard is literally the leader of the known world. You realize that Eyeless Narian's like 13,000 strong. We're 5, 8, whatever we are, 800. It looks over at Corbin, and Corbin's just like looking at him like he should know this information. And like you're the mayor of the town. So whatever it is, like 800,000. I don't know what we are. But there's a lot of people here, but not like they're 13 times the size of Beacon. We don't stand a chance against their forces if they decide to come here and do something. I appreciate what you've done. And he puts down 2 large sacks of gold, 150 each for the 2 other missions which you didn't even tell him that you found Wally and Neil, but we'll get into that. I don't know what to do.
Look, I'm not even sure that you have to worry about it, and here's why. What leader is going to storm in here with an army and say, you guys killed my corrupt friends? If he's the leader of the known world, this isn't going to be a public spectacle. They're going to come in at night, and they're going to launch an attack, if anything, and then you're all going to disappear, and all of a sudden it's going to be like, what happened? But they're not going to do that. If this is a public spectacle...
How is that not something to worry about?
Because
you're saying it's hypothetical and it's not going to happen, is what you're saying.
Because the reason it's not something to worry about is because the image that creates for themselves is not a great one. And if they want to stay on top and not get on the bad side of the other big cities and the rest of the world, they're going to try and play their cards right. And if I know anything about the government, they play their cards close to their chest, and they're not going to make any, at least, rash movements right now.
All right, I need to understand better, at least what your opinion is, because I wasn't there. I didn't experience everything and see everything you did. From what you told me in the Chainless Lab, which you thankfully cleared out, that there were Eyeless Narian guards. They are clearly in cahoots working with the Chainless, or at least partnered with them, who are now attached to some member of the council in Eyeless Narian who literally rules rules the world that we live in. What is the connection that I'm supposed to make with this? They're going to send an investigation. That's what Eyeless Narian does. They've got the top investigators in the world that we know of, that we whatever. I've only ever even been to Eyeless Narian twice in my entire life, living here in Beacon.
Okay, here's an idea. I got a suggestion for you. Here's what you do. You got to cover it up so that Beacon is not connected to these sewers at all. So literally cover the floor in the butcher shop, fill it in, put down a new floor, make it look like it was been there this whole time, and then just remove any trace of us going there.
But
they'll never suspect it.
But there's a problem that you're not. Maybe you are understanding. You're just not putting a finger on it. But like I've been worried about Chainless my whole life, and now there's a huge connection to the largest military force that our world knows about in Eyeless Narian. The god of Eyeless Narian. Are they? If they're connected, if they are one and whole together, that's a problem for the world as a whole.
We agree, but that's the reason why you don't have to worry about it right now. You don't have to worry about them coming in, storming the town, and killing you all. Because the general public agrees. The Chainless suck. Right?
I mean, most folk, but you got to think about, what about all the families of those that are part of the army of Eyeless Narian? Would that...
Look, we're just thinking about the general public. Most think that the Chainless suck.
Yeah. All right.
right? So if they launch an investigation, if we write a very in-depth, detailed report of everything that happened, okay, we don't need to share this with anybody, but if we keep a record of everything that happened and they launch an investigation, we give them all the information we can give, and they come to the conclusion that, you know, there was something strange here that wasn't related to the chainless going on, then congratulations. Now you have a case against that. And are you going to win? Maybe not. But you're going to get enough people to side along with you, and there's not going to be enough reason for them to go and launch an attack on you. That's going to launch too much suspicion on the army of Ilisnarian. There's no risk here, right? At least not right now. You're okay.
Ultimately, if you write a report, and even if you don't, others know, or will eventually know, through various means, that you were maybe not responsible, but had some kind of hand in the down. You came here, became the Raiders of Beacon. You went on a mission that I sent you on, which I'm very thankful for. Again, you're probably worth more money than I'm paying you. But the point is, you're going to be associated with that event that took place. And it's going to paint a target on your back. And you're the Raiders of Bacon. You're supposed to be protecting us. They're going to know who you are. Literally, Reingard is going to know your names. I give it 2 weeks. He's going to know who you are.
Hang on. Okay, so here's what you do. On all reports, and whatever you say about this particular mission, change it so that we weren't down there. If you make up something else, so it looks like we did something else, because, you know, the townsfolk don't know the details. They don't know where the heck we went. They just think we left, came back, woo, we did cool stuff. They don't.
Right, it just so happened to be the same exact day as the fall of the Chainless Lab.
Because we go out and do stuff all the time.
Ooh,
They can't pin it on us.
Maybe we could pin
know
it
we're
on the
there.
Raiders of Nyx Ruinum.
Ooh, yeah. Screw those guys. Bunch of jerks
I,
anyway. They're not
I,
here right now, are they? If they were.
I'm not
the same day.
against the idea.
Well, I'm
I
loving
don't.
this-
Admittedly, I don't
corporate
love the idea.
sabotage.
Look,
I like.
there's
I don't like
also a point here I think we're missing, and that's if they come around looking for those who cleared out the Chainless Lab, the only people that know that we cleared out that Chainless Lab was that Chainless individual who escaped. They come around looking for answers as to why it happened. They're admitting that they've gotten their information from the Chainless.
Also, could you not just say that
Ding ding ding.
we died in some recent mission and we become a covert ops sort of thing?
Oh, you know how
That
the
feels a bit extreme.
old raiders died very recently?
Yes, the old raiders
Boom.
died too.
You can say that
The
was
old-
us. We're
the
also
old
dead.
Old Raiders. Wow, I don't know where I was going with that.
No,
The-
wait. How did you
the-
make that connection? I thought you were gonna say like old raiders did it and died in the process, but instead you were just like, you know how the old raiders died? Yeah, kill us too, in
Oh,
theory.
you
How did
Old
how did
raiders
you
couldn't
get
get
there?
No, listen, Skinny. So what you do, you can say, because nobody really knows the details. You can everyone's gonna say, "Oh, the old raider group died recently as well, and then we got hires new ones." You just, if you need to blame someone for any kind of actions, you can use the old raiders because it was all in a very it was like one day, dude. I've been gone for 20 hours. I'm super tired, so you can blame. You can blame the old raiders for any kind of actions, and they'll already be dead, and the town will not be responsible.
We can try and do that, but the thing is,
cloak and daggers.
you don't
Also, again, it's the who's
getting redundant.
announcing this. This is what the mission was. Who's
Yeah,
out
never
there
do
saying
that.
there was this chainless lab that needed to be taken down? I thought this was a secret lab.
well, you see, Corbin and I were enjoying ourselves over a drink last night, and
Oh my lord.
Corbin, well, we're really excited that you guys are the new raiders, and we're happy about it. And you see, Corbin's wife overheard our excitement, and she told a friend, and so on and so forth. Now, they didn't get any details, but what they did get was that you were on a mission to take down the Chainless, sorta, kinda, in the area.
Is
They
Corbin in the room?
didn't get anything. That's everything.
Is Corbin in the room?
Corbin's standing right there, yeah.
I'll look over at Corbin like, Corbin, you idiot!
Just, a couple drinks with the friends, and it's, well, and my wife, she's got a big mouth, so
Oh.
Right.
it's
Well, now knowing that sounds like a little bit more of a.
well, I don't think people know exactly what you did or where you went. It's just that you were trying to help the town take care of the Chainless problem. That's what she heard. That's what she told people.
Haven't you ever heard the expression, loose lips, sunder saddles? Okay.
No, I've never heard that.
Okay. You basically don't talk about work ever outside your office. Swear to God, this guy he knows nothing about.
Well,
Right.
the government here, and then it goes back to Nick and Don. Oh, we're a small town. Like I don't. It's people find out about things. It's kind of the expectations here. This is we've bitten off. Well, you've bitten off more than we Beacon have ever chewed before
Right.
in our lives.
So here's what you do. We went after some Chainless in the area. We were already prepared to tackle that front and deal with the aggression from the Chainless. You knew that, taking me on as part of this group. Leave it at that. If someone comes asking around for Saren, you don't know where he went.
Did it, just so we're on the same page, did he come through town? Is that what we're saying? Came, stayed at the old Hammer Inn, and then disappeared, or he never was here at all?
I don't know. Was he seen here?
He was seen here pretty regularly before. I hadn't seen him in a couple weeks, couple months, maybe.
Then you hadn't seen him in a couple weeks.
Does the old hammer keep records?
Yeah.
Then you go by the records. If the records say that he strolled through a couple days ago, then you say, yeah, we saw him a couple days ago, but then he left the next morning.
Couple
And that's
months.
it. You
probably.
don't you want to stick to the records. You want to stick to what's on paper. That's going to save your behind.
Talking in the short term, I agree, and I'm gonna do what you said, and I appreciate your help. I know we only met each other a couple days ago, but I'm willing to bet having your back is gonna save our town, and that's what I intend to do. I will follow what your suggestions are, but I'm warning you, not as a threat in any way, shape, or form. I'm warning you that this is bigger than you all think. And it is going to bite us all in the butt in the future. I'm not telling you, I don't even, in this state that we're all in, I don't have another mission for you. I don't have anywhere for you to go. I know you probably got other stuff you're going to be working on. I don't have anything to offer you as far as missions go. I would ask that you don't leave for a day or two. We'll see you kind of work on things, maybe talk about something. I don't know. Come up with a better plan. But
We were figuring on taking a couple days downtime anyways, so.
Sí, necesito siesta.
I give it. This is like clockwork. Been through it before. Two raiders ago, did some stuff with the Chainless. Took down a couple groups. Thought they were vigilantes and trying to save some woman and her child out in the forest. And they came. The Chainless came and did a little bit of raiding. Did a little bit of roughing people up or whatever. And then like 3 days later, the guards from Alice Narian, there's like 55, however many of them there were, came to the town. They didn't do any roughing up because they weren't trying to be like the Chainless. I didn't make the connection at that point. I should have, it being only 3 days after they were here. I don't know how they got here so fast, but anyways, yeah, they're doing an investigation, overturning everything in town. Took them 3 days to put the bakers, the Rolling Scones back together after they were through there. They even went down and investigated the old tower with the green light at the bottom of it. Said they didn't find anything. Light grew brighter after they were done down there, but that's not the point. They investigated the whole town at that point. That's exactly what's going to happen, probably in more force now at this point, because that was a small group of Chainless that took out back then. This is like an entire lab, however many people. They were working on something, and if they're connected, that's exactly why they were here. They're going to be back. I give it 2 weeks max. They're going to totally ransack this whole place. They're not going to be demanding anything. They're just going to be looking for answers. So
I think the question is when they find those answers, what happens?
Reingard's got the authority to appoint a new mayor. He's been gunning for me for years anyways. He thinks I'm weak. I told you that at the beginning. People don't believe I have the right to rule this place because it was my father's back in the day. And I inherited it. But you don't need to know my whole life story. That's what I'm expecting to happen. I'm telling you what to expect. You go off and do what you got to do. I'll probably think of something, some kind of covert subversion, something we can do. Give it a couple days. I'll think of something. If you want it, or if you think of something better.
We got a couple things in mind ourselves. We learned a few things down there that a couple of leads we might follow.
Did you learn what happened to Wally Neal?
Actually, yeah, I was about to say we did in fact find a bit of that. Found I hesitate to use the word remains because there weren't much left. Not even much bones, if that. But I pull out
whatever beasts live down there.
Pull out the shoulder cloth. This was part of a little bit of whatever armor, clothing was on there, and I'm assuming it's somewhat recognizable from whatever old symbols he used.
Yeah, and he there's a like a picture up on the wall with several different crests on it. There's like 9 different ones with one in the center, and he like holds it up and shows that it matches one of the like family crests of the originators or founders of Beacon in the past. So Wily Neal was one of the from the Titan attacks back in the day. You already knew that, but he now you know he was actually a member of Beacon back in the day. So one of the old heroes of old, kind of like, even though it's dirty and disgusting, like kisses it a little bit, tucks it into one of the drawers of his desk. All right, wasn't unexpected, but that's all you found. All right. Well, you got paid for it. That's more than the other raiders could offer. So that's honestly, you've done better work faster than any other raiders group. It's worked for Beacon as far as I've been around, anyways. Even when my dad was ruling, you guys are quick. I hope you stay alive.
Let me ask you a second quick question. Are you a well-read fellow? Do you like to read? Do you like to sift through stuff?
Got a bit of a collection here about some things. I have my
Great.
own interests.
So, if you'd like, you can help me go through all of these chainless paperwork files that I have, so we can try and get a better idea of what we are actually involved in here.
I'd be happy to help you sift through all that paperwork from the Chainless Lab.
Awesome. And I'll open my bag and pour it on the floor.
Not on his desk, on the floor.
Nope, it's on the floor, and I'm on my knees right now, kind of sifting through them. And
He like looks at you really weirdly and does not get down on the floor. He like picks it up and puts it on his desk, moves his other stuff out of the way, and Corbin helps you. Go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage.
which would just be a straight roll for me.
Right. Maybe not the best time to go through this, but that's up to you.
Well, we can go through it again.
I mean,
It's fine.
maybe.
I'll roll a natural 20 here.
You sure didn't.
What did I roll? It's not showing up on D&D
It's an
Beyond. It's
11.
frustrating.
You rolled an 11.
11?
Chrono
11
shift.
total. I mean, are you not going to use Chronal Shift to re-roll this?
Yes.
You are? Okay.
Yes, No, you know what?
Because you already sifted through this stuff, but this is more of like an in-depth study of the
Yeah.
material.
I'll use a first level silvery barbs.
What?
What?
Yep.
Don't you have
Oh,
to
that was
count?
when someone got hit.
What do you even mean?
I don't think it's a hit. I think you can just do it. Let me see.
Oh, we're really doing this right now? This is really happening.
Yeah, no. One reaction which you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw.
Succeeds on an attack
No.
roll, an ability check, or
No.
saving throw.
You magically distract one reaction when you could take. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Yeah. So then I'll use my chrono shift. Why not?
Okay.
We're gonna take a long rest after this anyway.
So here's the question. This is not a short poring over these notes, regardless of whether you roll a nat 20 or not. Is everybody going to sit here for 2 hours while they pore over all these documents?
Not even.
Nope.
Okay. So, we'll finish up the roll again. I don't see another roll, first of all,
Okay. Hold on.
just so I can prepare my mind for whatever it is that you do roll.
Surely I roll higher.
You sure do. You sure do roll higher.
Oh my goodness. And that's why I
use the
asked you to roll.
inspiration. Use the inspiration.
Yeah, undo that nat 20.
Oh boy.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Because he's gonna help you, but he's gonna finish his conversation with Razir and the rest of the group before moving on to that. That'll be like the thing he does after everybody decides to leave. You can scour through these notes, and I can also figure out what I'm gonna do about that nat 20 that you just rolled on these notes.
Doesn't miss a single detail.
Crap. Okay. So as far as the remainder, the remainder of the conversation, I didn't expect you to roll that 20. I don't know what you want from me. It happens. You can't predict everything.
1 in 20.
There we go. Was there more of the conversation that we were going to have?
I think
Or was
so.
that the end of it? No, that was
That was
it.
pretty much it.
Rat, you have fun going over that paperwork there. We're
I
gonna
will.
go not do that, I think. You let us know if you find anything.
Okay. Bye bye. I'll see you.
We'll
at
meet at
tavern.
the old hammer tomorrow.
Or at least
Yeah,
later
I'll-
today.
I'll be there tonight with Louise. So if you guys are there tonight, I'll see you.
All right, I will be there tonight as well.
Okay. We got 2 minutes. Okay. So it's only like afternoon. Are you guys going off to go do shopping and
I'm
whatnot?
going
Are
to
you
rest.
going to go rest? Are you guys
Oh,
going to go
shop.
take a long rest?
Wait, Razir, before
No.
you leave, if you want, and I'll reach into my bag, and I'll give him the emerald coin, and the diamond, and I'll just be like, if you want to go out while I'm doing this and like, I don't know, try and get this stuff appraised or whatever, like we can figure out how much it might be worth, or if it's worth if maybe we can use it for spells or something. I don't really know. So, we'll
Right.
keep track of it.
All
But
right.
if you want to go do that while we're doing this,
Can do that, yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Um,
hand you the emerald coin and the diamond.
I'm gonna finish up what Xander is doing as the last thing that we do before we sign off here. So I want to just cover what everybody else is
60
doing.
gold to all of us off the 300 we just got paid.
Okay.
Nice.
Make sure to mark that off, and we'll put it in chat for Felix.
I'd spend the rest of the day, like washing up, getting a good meal, and hanging out with Gade. Restocking my stuff, like nothing intensive.
Okay. You want to just kind of like, at some point, say what kind of things you're stocking up on, because nobody's been carrying rations thus far.
Yeah, they're
sure
all in
haven't.
saddlebags.
The thing is that
There's a reason.
next session, well, that's funny. Next session, we'll probably go into whatever amount of downtime you guys want to spend before you go off on Zanladir like that. So we've completed like what I would consider the first arc, even though this is only 7 sessions. This is the first beginning adventure. We're gonna start heading off to the next one, so we'll have a little bit of downtime. You guys can purchase potions
proper
and
intro
other
mission.
things. Yeah, that was awesome for our first intro mission. Okay, so Thrall's doing Thrall things, gathering supplies and whatnot. Duke did say he was going to do some investigating, but I'm assuming that's probably going to take place in the next day or so.
Yeah, Duke is too tired to do any real investigating. He'll probably go shopping for a little bit, buy a golden mask, just
Ooh,
little eye holes so he can see
Slits?
through it. But yeah, slits, but just a straight plain gold mask, no features on the mask.
You're not going to just find that. That would have to be crafted. Thankfully, there are some pretty skilled craftsmen here. You want solid gold.
It doesn't. I guess it can be gold painted. I mean, how much? It depends on how much it costs. I guess.
Cheap
It's
$5 plastic gold
pretty
mask.
thin, but it's. I mean, you want a gold mask that's actually like form fit to your face. Got the 2 slits, and it's made of solid
it's
gold.
part of the
I'm gonna say
way of the mercy monks normally wear. It says in their features and stuff that they wear masks like that, and I was really into that.
I'm gonna say 12 gold.
Yo,
Most of the cost is labor.
They take the 12 gold and melt it down into your mask.
It's.
sounds about.
Do you want it to be thicker, like thick mask? It's pretty thin.
I mean, yeah, I mean a regular mask. It doesn't have to be super thick, but I don't want it like really thin either.
Ass.
I'm willing to pay. It's okay.
Then I'm gonna say 25.
So another 25 or 25 total.
No, 25 total.
All right, so I'll spend another 13.
Okay. It's still probably less than what it should be, but it's fine. We'll just.
Well, if you decide more for next session, just let
I'm
me
not.
know. I don't.
I won't do
Duke
that.
is
It's
very.
it's part of a class feature.
Yeah, I don't want to charge you too much because it is really an aesthetic, but also how much money do people pay for aesthetics?
That's true. A lot of money.
Skins on characters.
Fashion industry.
I know.
Microtransactions, man.
Yeah, it's fine. It's functional. Maybe you'll get an upgrade down the road. Who knows? Okay, what is Razir doing?
I'll go get the diamond and emerald coin appraised.
Okay. Oh, this is the
There's
diamond
a
from
jeweler in
the
town.
thingy. You'd have to go to the working houses, I think.
Wasn't it a bag of like 3 emeralds or something?
No, it's not the working houses. It's the
This is
Tradesman's corner.
tradesman's corner. Yep. Okay. Kind of have to ask around a bit, but you are a raider of Beacon, so you're accepted in there. Go ahead and make either an investigation check or a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion. Nice. 24.
Oh, wow. Okay. You eventually come upon a simple jeweler who takes great pride in their work. Older woman who is not covered in jewelry, but she has like boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of these things that she kind of like hides off to the side behind like a cloth and pulls it over and talks to you. The diamond is worth 500 gold. And you said that you're also having the emerald coin upraised. Okay,
Mhm.
that is worth
That's-
that's worth 150 gold.
You still got those in your notes, Jason?
Yeah.
You want to just
You're
write down
writing
the
down their
price
worth
with
now?
them?
So you're not
yeah, I'll
selling
write
them.
down the one.
Okay, cool. No,
Not yet.
don't need to. If we need to sell them, we know how much they're worth now, and emergency funds if need be. Otherwise, we can keep them for use.
That's a pretty good amount of money for early game. Anyways,
I will be doing a little bit of shopping myself while I'm here.
okay. Do you want to handle that
wherever I would
now,
need to
or
go. It's not important.
I
Yeah,
feel like
I
Nothing
got a
fancy.
list I'm gonna put together as well for next time.
I was gonna say next session. I feel like is gonna be shopping episode, wrapping up the tail end of whatever this is, the downtime activities that everybody's gonna be doing, and then probably maybe starting. There's gonna be a lot of RP next session probably, and then starting off on the actual next mission likely. I don't want to take up too much more time because I know Jason's looking to go to bed. We're 5 minutes over. On your natural 20 of investigating, I just had my note up for a second there. Hold on one more moment. Uno momento. Nope, that's the wrong one. Okay. There aren't locations listed for the 5 individuals, but there are points of note that you pick out that lead you to believe there are time frames associated with some of these individuals. Specifically, Zexus Red Chain seems to be linked as a relative, which does not come as a surprise to you, to Saigar, who is mentioned by the 3 who had their original adventure. In the writings, the way that the name Zexus Red Chain is written leads you to believe that he has some significance within the Chainless themselves. So much so much importance is put on this name Zexus Red Chain that he seems to be considered an elite amongst the group, second only to Vito Zenobia, who was the first and original successful conversion to Super Soldier, and that seems to predate, which doesn't make sense based on the writings of Venom Gray not having been alive long enough. So this is a contradiction to the Venom Gray having converted Vito Zenobia to a Super Soldier. Seems to predate 4 of the Titan attacks, meaning Venom Gray would have to be ancient and not, which doesn't line up with the time frame of things. So either something was doctored in the documents, or it's inaccurate, or Venom Gray is immortal. There's something that doesn't line up within these documents, and the only conclusion that you can come to is that these experiments were going on before the Chainless were around, and they somehow, maybe Venom Gray never existed to begin with, or was a name that was conjured up. And you actually, as you reach this conclusion, it like pops into your head like, was this a character that was created to brainwash the Chainless into believing that this one individual came up with all these solutions? And then it's also like, is this really that important? Because their overall goal is to come up with reasons to combat all the Titan attacks, or whenever the next one is. And that name Vito Zenobia sticks in your head, and there's a flash in your mind to a vision that you had standing in the middle of the forest as you and your brother were trudging towards the goblin camp on your way on your first mission out of Beacon. There was a figure that you saw in your vision, and you swear you saw one of the other characters in the room that were frozen, that had their hands out towards the central item in the center of this chamber. It's almost like you're called back to that vision, and it flashes into your mind for a moment. And this figure that had everyone frozen in time, that stepped up and placed their hand on this one item that ruined the world, is somehow tied to this name, Vito Zenobia. And that is what you get on a natural 20.
Oof, that is a lot of
Now,
crazy
I have a question for
information.
Jason. Do you remember the original vision?
It's in my notes. I do remember it very vaguely.
All I'll say, just so that we can tie things up here, is that there is some correlation between Vito Zenobia and your original, and I do mean original.
Oh.
Yeah, that vision.
Okay.
Yes. And that is the thing that nobody else here understands or knows, but you do. And that is scary to you. There's some connection, and now things are on a larger scale than what you thought that they were. We can talk more about that after tonight if you want to, so I can give you some further clarification as to what that means.